Hello, 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 YouTube! Welcome back into our life. Oh, last week this went until like 3 AM for me, hopefully it won't. Right, yes, addressing that, that's actually perfect, thank you for the segue. Addressing that, we are not going to be streaming it for this long this time. I don't care what we're doing. It hits 12, if it hits midnight in the stream and we still haven't finished chapter 3, we will go until like the cleanest Cove point, and then we're stopping. I don't care if there's like 15 extra chapter things, we will stop there. Because I also have an appointment tomorrow in the morning and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, chat, I'm not. So yes, this stream will be shorter, 100%. But I'm not like, it's not like I'm going to stop the stream as soon as Jeremy shows up. Considering I don't know when that is, that could be a very short stream. But no, the intention isn't that we skip to the end of summer if it hits midnight. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we would leave the rest of it for next stream. No matter how much there is, we would leave the rest of it for next stream and go from there, because no way in hell are we going until that time again. I'm not doing it, especially with me needing to be up in the morning. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Also, you may have noticed, well, you may not have noticed because you might not care, but I thought it'd be cute if we changed the style up a little bit. So I've given us a haircut. We have shorter hair now. And we also don't wear hats anymore. That's literally all I've done now to do. I've shortened the hair and we just don't wear hats anymore. Oh, and our hands aren't chubby anymore because they're not little baby hands. That's literally it. Everything else is the same colour. The same thing. Even. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, we shall move on to Cove. Oh, right, that was the thing I wanted to question. Are we going into, considering we're essentially already in a relationship with Cove, are we going to sit in relaxed crush or are we going to have a nervous love? Because I feel like the last stage should be when it's relaxed, right? Well, because we're still young and still in bloom, do you know what I mean? Plus there's one more step after this, and I feel like that one should be relaxed. That should be when we're finally like, you know what, we've calmed down. Probably in years from the last part. Yeah, but in the last part, they were too nervous to even admit to the parents that they had a crush and maybe had a moment. They were like, oh, we'll be in trouble for this. Oh, no. To me, that would be them hiding it, so they'd still be nervous in my head. You know what I mean? Like, because they've been hiding it for so long, they're a bit nervous to be open with it now. That's where my head went. Because then we're not really progressing in step 4, we're just still relaxed love, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yo, me neither, man. This is just wild guessing. Yeah, I think we go nervous love at this point. Look how happy she is. Look how happy that person is. Hey. Yeah, let's click ready. I think we do that. Nervous love. Yeah. We do that one. And then the next one will be relaxed love, but it's like we've settled into it now, we're all happy. Oh my god, he's beautiful. Did they just... Hold on. I'm sorry, he has PJs. Oh, and a swimsuit. Okay, he has a swimsuit. He had no jewelry. Ah, I spoiled it. What does direct do? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I should have looked into that. I'm sorry. I'll just click through everything. Let's read this. Maybe that would have been the next step. Maybe. Oh no! Wait, no. Direct. I think direct has just been like you're really straightforward with it. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Right, so since you're romantically interested in Cove and are old enough to start being physically affectionate more seriously, you can choose to initiate what initiative level he has through this step. Am I gonna get banned? Yo, chat, am I gonna get banned? Making sure the player experiences what they want is important in our life, but always putting your choice first can potentially make a relationship feel one-sided. Oh, that's true. But you get to choose if he's, like, very forward with it or not. So we've added some flexibility in how it works out. Low initiative means that Cove will occasionally ask to touch the MC, and in those situations there will always be opportunity to say yes or no. For example, he won't simply lean over and kiss the MC as a greeting or in an emotional moment. He can what now? Every piece of physical interaction will be either initiated or approved by the player before it happens. Middle initiative means there will be those certain times when Cove requests to touch the MC, many chances to initiate affection on your own, and also he will pretty regularly give affection automatically. One example would be giving the MC a kiss because he's happy or emotional or something else. And in other situations, you can choose not to make the first move in order to give Cove the space to be the one to act afterwards. Ah, okay. So every time so far when it's been like, you want to give him a hug? You want to give him a kiss? If we take a step back, he might do it for us. Okay, that's nice to know. Overall, the love interest can get romantic, but the player's agency will take priority. Okay, that's fair. High initiative includes everything middle does, but it also means that player agency will be reduced to a degree in favour of having Cove give physical affection even more frequently and with less prompting. Instead of all the major affection-giving situations being led by a choice menu for you to decide on, some will instead be replaced by Cove acting automatically. This level is only recommended if you're very comfortable with physical affection and would prefer to simply see it happen rather than always holding the reins in on it. Interesting. I feel like that's what we go with, chat, right? That's what we go with? However, this level is mostly relevant if Cove ends up as your official boyfriend at some point. Ah. Situations where high-level initiative makes a difference tend to come up in scenes that are exclusive to being in a relationship. Does that mean we're not yet? Even though we kind of were last time? Ah, maybe. Let's see. The parts that are also included in the middle initiative, which will be seen whether you're dating or not. Once you pick your level, it can't be changed partway through a step. Choice only comes up at the very beginning of a story section. Ah, so we have to be sold on the idea. We hope you enjoy whichever initiative option you decide on. Okay. Low initiative, middle, high. I kind of want to go high just so he jump scares us. Well, I say jump scares us. You know, he just comes out of nowhere with the affection. Like, watch out, watch out, watch out. I don't know why my head went to wrestling. Okay. Should we go high initiative? I'm kind of curious. Like, middle seems very soft. But, I feel like high and middle are normal, but Cove is a shy boy. To be fair, though, if you let him have the initiative, then I feel like Cove would break through his shyness at like every so often just to surprise you. You know what I mean? I think it's more so that we don't have to pick if he's affectionate. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, because it was like, in middle, he will do it, but he'll get permission first. Do I like surprises? Oh, do I? In this situation, yes. I think it'll be funner. I think it'll be more fun if he's just... Go high. Alright, we're going high. Alright. The start of classes ended and relaxed. 3 days of summer. It didn't take long for you to get back into the swing of the school year routine. Schedules and homework became a new normal. Derek wasn't around nearly as much. With school and after-school activities, there weren't many opportunities for him to take the trip out to your neighbourhood. Sometimes you'd hear that he was at a training camp or something like that, but you weren't always sure what he was up to. He still kept in touch. Oh, we have to keep in touch with Derek. We can't lose touch with Derek. We keep in touch with Derek. The Jeremy kid did disappear after that summer and no one has ever heard from him again. Where he went or what he might be up to was a mystery. That's ominous. I wonder if we were allowed to befriend him if I didn't go for the throat. More summers came and went like the waves on the shore coming in and out. In your second year of high school, someone new started to visit Sunset Bird. A sunny girl named Terry Brooke. She was a friend of Cove made due to them both being ocean obsessed. Fair enough. Terry was more than glad to befriend you two. Someone close to Cove had to be good company, she felt. You were pleased to get along with her as well. I'm sensing a rival. Your cousin will suddenly show up with Jeremy as her boyfriend, I guarantee it. I can't tell if you ship it or if that's what you're just expecting. Is it a bit of both, maybe? A bit of both? Terry was tight with another girl who you had known distantly from school for a long time, Miranda 𝕃𝕚𝕟𝕜. You saw more and more of her as time went on, thanks to Terry and Miranda's own outreach. After a while, all of you developed a real friendship together. Oh, I can see this going poorly. What I'm expecting. Fair enough. To be fair, I kind of want to see it as well, just because it'll just be like, oh, okay. As your home life also has developments, changing laws and public perception countrywide made it possible for your moms to openly wear their wedding rings without questions. Yeah! Happy Pride, everyone! What is with all the new characters? Don't worry about it. They're all love rivals, okay? Every single one of them. Though they had a wedding years ago, it was only recently that the union was officially recognised everywhere in the US. That was a good day, to say the least. I can imagine. Probably didn't want to be there at the night time. Elizabeth came into her own and stopped being quite as irritable. She'd no longer worry about perceived childishness as she grew up for real. Nice. Excellent. Didn't even mind being called Lizzie again. Yeah, let's go Lizzie! Although most people used Liz. She eventually graduated high school and moved out to attend college in another state. Oh no, everyone's leaving. It was a lot for you to adjust to your older sister being gone. Liz never told you to forget, never let you forget your role in life though, and kept in touch. Cove's relationships with his family improved over the years. Kyra visited several times after that summer, and things became easier between the two. He was also closer with his dad than ever before. You knew they talked more, and that helped prevent a lot of friction before it could start. And Cove only continued to open up to his parents and the rest of the world. He was so bright he shone. Aww. So are you in 2015 now? That's when same-sex marriage bans were removed in the US. I'd assume so then. I'd assume so. He would willingly join conversations, make jokes, and put in an effort not to use overly blunt phrasing. Aww. Outdoor and physical activities still had his heart and his body. By this point, he had developed real skill. Many people thought he had what it took to become a pro. Things had shifted between you and Cove, but in a way that most couldn't see. After all this time, he wasn't just your neighbour, he wasn't only your friend, or even a guy you were interested in. You were in love with her. You loved Cove. You knew that for certain. There was no one else you held these feelings for. I cannot, like, my tongue just does not work for some reason. It was strange to look back on it all. The future faded into your present, and then it was simply the past. Even the most fundamental parts of your life couldn't last forever. You felt that the most pointedly the day you inevitably graduated high school. Oh Jesus. Oh god, we're going real fast now, boys. It was over, and you would not be going back ever again. From now on, what came next was your choice. You would be directing your own life. That was where you were currently. The summer after school had ended the first summer of true freedom. What used to be a reprieve from the typical was now going to be your first step into adulthood. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. One fine summer morning you took in what had become a very special scene. The whole family having a meal together. Oh damn, Lizzie! Oh, yeah. Oh wait, hold up. Stream elements? What are you talking about? That's someone didn't turn that off from yesterday. I'll fix it, don't worry. There we go. I have turned it off. Stream elements, you silly boy. Anyway, your big sister Liz still hadn't lived at home full time for a couple of years, but she arrived last week to spend the season here since it was an off semester for her. She wanted to make sure she was in town because you had now also graduated high school. So who knew how much rarer these moments would become in the future? Oh god, please stop. I'm having a crisis now. You watched on as Liz laughed good-naturedly over a comment Ma made. Her Elizabeth-only mindset had only been a phase. Thank fuck. Nearly any nickname was welcomed at this point in her life. Strangely, even though she'd moved away, you'd lately felt close to her than you had in a long time. You idly scooped up more of your breakfast and chewed absent-mindedly. You graduated? Congrats, thank you! Thank you, I worked really hard. I didn't work hard at all. I remember last part it asked us how we were studying and I just went, I'll wing it, my grades are alright. Vegetarian, vegan, no I'm not. Picky eater, generally whatever. Yeah sure, generally whatever. You gonna go to college? Oh god, I don't know. Do we want to go to college? I don't know. And the meal you had reflected that. It included just about everything your mums had made, though you often made your own food nowadays. With Liz around though, your parents made even more options than usual. Your sister had been vegetarian for a while and they wanted to make sure she had choices too. Oh, that's sweet of them. And I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely thought she was pregnant and I don't know why. I was like, how the fuck? But damn, mums are still hot, let's go. Conversation had gone on idly without you fully taking in the words, until your ears were peaked when Ma started a bit of town gossip. And so that's how I heard the news. Alright, now stop burying the lead and tell us. What is this so-called news? Ma giggled as she cast a look across the table, satisfied that she had everyone's attention. Ooh. Well, it turns out the Donalds won't be renting out the condo up the street as per Sunset Bird tradition, the first time in what must be nearly 2 decades. A chorus of gasps and shocked expressions were had all around. After the initial shock, your eyebrows pinched. May consider them by name, but you and Liz always viewed them as exclusively the mean old couple who would yell at anyone under 25 who crossed their path. Specifically anyone under 25? Your ma continued on with the story, spreading strawberry jam over a piece of toast as she did so. They've decided not to take big trips anymore. Friends and family will be visiting them at their home. That's nice for them then. Have a good summer, mean grandparents with no grandkids, away from us. I like this face. The face of utter victory. That's a relief. It's kind of sad they can't travel anymore. I hope they're still okay, even if they are mean. My thoughts exactly. Finally, they can piss off. You didn't have anything to comment on that development. I don't know what to put on 25th birthday. They come up to you and are like, "You're alright now." You're good in our book. I hope they're okay, even if they're mean. They've had a very full life, it's nothing to sneeze at. And you be nice, Liz. You don't want to end up like them, do you? You and your sister crack smiles at the joke.
Well,
at least they won't be here to yell at my children anymore. Hell yeah, Ma, let's go! Lottie, let's go! And that blunt comment got laughter from all 3 of you. Engrossed in conversation once more, you continued to chat with your family until the meal was over. I genuinely thought it was going to be like, engrossed in conversation once more, you failed to notice that your front door opened. It's like, uh-oh. That would have been something. 3rd time's charm. Oh. As it went, once the food was eaten, the cleanup had to be done. Liz took the role of washing the dishes and passed them to you for drying and putting away. You had a set of cups in front of you that needed to go in the top shelf of the cabinet. It was effortless. Oh, we get to choose our height again. I think we stopped being the tallest one in class now, right? We've descended in rank. We had the growth spurt and then we stopped a bit. We sputtered to a close. I think we're average height. Yeah, I say we're average height now. When you were younger, you had been considered tall, but you stopped growing sooner than others, and now no one would describe you like that anymore. Lame, yeah, well. The only fun part of being tall was that Cove cracked his head open in another dimension. Literally, it had no value anywhere else. You felt great about how things were. You hoped you might still grow more. You wished you had stopped growing earlier. Don't think about it too much. Don't even know what to think about it. I don't really think about it. Imagine going from very tall to very short. Well, we had the growth spurt and then just stopped, like dead stopped. No more height at all. Don't think about it much. That was a struggle for you because you remember how you used to feel so content about it when you were younger. Oh, did I put that? Whoops. Oh, Liz is trying to shake us. Give me a second, I'm having a drink, Liz. Right, what do you want? Liz shook you out of your internal musing by starting an impromptu conversation. They seemed to be voicing the thoughts that had been buzzing around in her own head. I have to say, going back for another semester this fall is pretty intimidating. You'd think after the first year or two I'd have a handle of things, but no. You stole a glance at her, still placing cups in the proper place. Oh yeah, because she's like 2 years older, right? So she's going for her 3rd year and I'm going for my 1st. Oh, that's if I go. I guess it's only fair. My first round was pretty general classes, and year one of my architecture major was the basic. What job do you want? First you wanted to be a professional golfer. Then it was, oh, what was it? Then what was it? I don't know. But now she wants to be an architect. Madness. Hey, how are you? Hi, Johnny. How you doing? I'm good, man. We're gonna have some fun, I think. Now it feels serious. I have to actually know something. Shocking. The laugh she gave was flippantly airy, but the way she scrubbed at the plates held more force than necessary. Don't damage the plates, my guy. Please. I know you can handle it. I think it's really cool you want to be an architect. That does sound hard. You simply shrugged. You merely listened to her venting. I think it's cool. People don't give architects enough credit. I think it's cool. Don't be too impressed yet. Wait to see if it actually happens. But thanks. Your older sister's mouth quirked into a small smile. They'll be fine, one way or another.
Oh.
Oh, but I'm not trying to scare you away from college, if that's even your plan. What is going on with that anyway? Oh god, no. Still feeling horrible and depressed. What? Hopefully the quirky gameplay will help out. At least my dumbassery. You've had a song plan set, you came to a firm conclusion recently, you had a kind of a general idea, you had no idea. You hadn't let yourself think about it, it was too much. I have no idea, which... Do you guys have a preference? Because I quite literally would just put, I have absolutely no idea. I have not been thinking about it at all. Interesting time for the music bit. I'm glad I'm in this stream. Aw, thanks, Johnny. Very kind, very kind. Although I suppose we do keep going for the art thing. We do keep mentioning art, we could have some kind of idea. Yeah, let's just go with the general idea and we'll just be like, art. Give me my pen. You answered the question as much as you were able and willing to. Liz's smile grew more reassuring as you did. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already. You've got plenty going for you. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes it still felt hard to believe your public schooling experience was over. In the end... Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Graduated top of the class, soared through with high marks. You had to work extremely hard, but you were rewarded with great grades. You'd been average grade. You struggled to reach the benchmarks, but made it. You didn't try hard, but made it regardless. I think when I'm here, then I support you, and I want... Aww. That's very nice. Very nice of you. I didn't try very hard, but I made it regardless. It's very accurate. You stop that, you. I don't know whether to do this one or just put this one just for the heck of it. I am very smart. Maybe we put a slight bit of effort in towards the end. When we started realizing, oh shit, we need this for our future. Yeah. Sure, let's be smart for once. And you were going to miss it, and you felt satisfied leaving off there, and you wished it could have gone better, and you were just glad it was truly behind you. Yeah, no. Go on. Hey. Don't bully the streamer. No, that's so rude. You'd achieved a lot and could take what you learned with you moving forward. Liz picked up on the silence the question ended up creating. She decided it was time to make a closing statement on the topic.
You're a good kid.
Thank you? That was a very odd sentence, and the way you said it was very off-putting. Do what's best for you and we'll be here to back it up. Ah, hell yeah. Thank you. At that, Liz happily passed the final dish your way. She waved a soapy-soaked hand as a farewell and moved on to her next task for the cleanup job. You refocused on getting the last pieces put back where they belonged. You eventually moved on to a new chore, but that was interrupted by the sound of your cell phone. We have a cell phone! Let's go! Use silly novelty song as the ringtone. You set one of your most beloved songs as your ringtone. Your phone was just on vibrate. One of my most beloved songs. It's always been there. You casually picked it up from the table where you had placed it earlier. The phone was a couple of years old at this point, having been a 16th birthday gift from your parents. Hell yeah, let's go! They decided which model to get, but you got to pick the colour. It was... Oh shit, we get to pick a colour. Okay, we get to pick... Guys, don't panic. I'm going with green. And it was just a phone you didn't have to do anything special to decorate. Had a special charm. The dolphin! Do we still have the dolphin? I want the dolphin. Which was? The dolphin. The dolphin. Where is it? Yes! Oh, it was a shark! Yes, the shark keychain! Yes, let's go! I wonder why green. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of green. I just love green as a colour. Didn't even consider that. No one must know. You were pleased when you finally had a prominent place to use the gift. The screen lit up as you gave the little device a swipe with one finger. You were informed by caller ID that it was Lee. You weren't surprised. Oh, we're getting to see Lee? Is she really pretty? Like I dreamed. Well, the way I said that was kind of creepy. I mean, from our previous conversations, she seemed like the kind of girl that would just keep being pretty. I'm sorry. Lee's calling to say she has a new boyfriend. If she does, I swear to God. Despite having busier and busier lives and not living in the same town, you still had a good relationship with your cousin of the same age. Especially once the miracle of the both of you having your own phones actually happened. She got hers first though. Tapping at the accept button, you answered her call. A familiar bubbly voice came through right after. Hi. She did stay pretty. Actually, she didn't change much at all. Also, look at the cute little shark. The cute little shark just dangling from her phone. That's so cute. Anyway, hey Taz. Hi Lee. I trust I'm not interrupting anything major. Only some cleaning around the house. Oh, then you're welcome for my call. Distraction from that must have been desperately needed. Yes, thank you, my dear cousin. Hey, I love doing chores, you joked. I'm cleaning, you protested earnestly. It's good to hear from you, even though she couldn't see it. You shook your head at that. No. Yes, thank you, my dear cousin. That would be me. Oh, Jesus. She giggled and you could hear the jangling of the jewellery she must be wearing. Oh, God. Here it comes. Nothing amazing is happening for me either. I'm bored and felt like chatting. My morning shift ended, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Whoop! That's good. You were off from your part-time job today. You hadn't started working anywhere yet, so you couldn't relate. Chat, do we want a part-time job, or do we want to be on full Cove duty? That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Should we have a job? Should we be honest? Well, I mean, we're already honest, but are we like hard-working citizens? Or are we lazy? Maybe not lazy. Maybe we're just working on building up the what's the words? The art portfolio, that's it. That's the words. Just graduated, so it's not lazy to not have a job. True. Let's not have a job then. We just graduated. Unlike you, Lee had started dipping her toes into the workforce as of late. It made keeping in touch frequently even more complicated, but both of you both managed. That's fine. What about you? It's been pretty normal. Wow. Such a fun phone call.
Cool.
Cool, then that's That's you then. So, how's Mr. Cove holding down? No, you little shit. There was a teasing bent to her tone. She was never willing to let up on what was going on between the two of you. But that name was incredibly familiar to your ears. Cove, your next-door neighbour for the past decade at this point. He was far more than just someone who lived on the same street. You vividly remembered the summer day you expressed feelings for each other as little 13-year-olds. How was my day? My days have been alright. I had to do some adulting earlier. It was sad. But then I played Minecraft for a while, so it's fine. Started officially Okay, so we're dating either way, but I want to say years ago, because we did kind of just straight up confess to each other. It's hard to not be at that point. Yeah, we dated years ago. And you were in love with him, but that was one thing you hadn't admitted yet. And you were in love with him, but didn't want to talk about that at this point in your life. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. Interesting. Which do we pick? Have we just straight up not admitted it, or are we just uncomfortable talking about it? Probably shy little boys.
God, I want to kill 1,000 men!
Jesus! Why do you want to kill 1,000 men? What have they done? What have the men done to you? Both of us suck? Yeah. But unfortunately, we have to pick one. The bottom one sucks less. Okay, hold on. Are you even surviving without the boy being 10 feet away at all times? Or is everything right with the world again and he's back? Just hang up. Just click. It didn't work, chat. It didn't work. I can't hang up. So no. She's hacked into my phone. Send help. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Kazi. No, Lee, he isn't here. Just like he wasn't here yesterday, or the last time you asked, or the time before that. Wait, why is Cove so... Why hasn't he been there for the past few days, huh? Is he busy, or do we need to be having words with him? I have hydrated.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Can you blame me? Doesn't it seem like he should have made his grand return already? Plus, I want to visit soon and he needs to be there too. Why? Why? What are you gonna do? You could understand where she was coming from. This was certainly outside the norm. The past couple of months, and the last few weeks especially, Cove had been going to his mum's place in Nevada. Two of you still regularly stayed in contact over text and calls, but still. Your mind began to drift back in time to all the prior trips he'd taken to visit her. Almost every year he'd have to go away for a while and then he'd be back. Oh, Jesus, okay. He's probably having interviews for scholarships and stuff? Probably. Or something is happening to his mother and he needs to be there, like a family emergency or something. Made you sad and lonely when it happened. You never minded. It was kind of nice to have breaks from each other. You weren't a fan but made do. It was just shitty. It set you and yourself worried about him leaving for good. Oh no! Don't bring in the childhood trauma. No. I mean, I'd be sad and lonely, but I wouldn't mind it either. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's his life. I'm not gonna complain that he's living it. Do you know what I mean? I guess weren't a fan but made do? Sure, we'll click that one. You sent him letters the entire time. Why letters? Your mum's helped you ship out care packages to him and his mum. You gave him special treasures to take with him before he left. Kept an eye on his house for him while he wasn't there. You were incapable of doing anything until he was just laid on the couch. Just full plank mode. Sure, give him special treasures, I guess. Some were just to borrow, and others were for him to keep forever. He sent you letters while they're in return. That's how it was in the past, but lately he had been trying to see her as much as he could before taking long trips to another state became too impractical to do. His part-time work could become full-time soon, or he could be moving somewhere else for school. Cove hadn't actually been entirely clear what his plans were after graduation, or... I sense our lives are about to take a drastic turn. Cove was hesitant to speak on that, even with you. It couldn't be avoided forever, though. You both knew that.
Well?
Maybe we should switch this up to non-Cove related topic. Yes, please. This is getting way too dark. I'm getting way too traumatized from reading this. Yeah. The rest of the conversation rolled on. Not much longer, though. Lee had to go, and you needed to finish your responsibilities around the house. The both of you exchanged goodbyes, and then you went back to what you'd been working on before the call came in. Oh! Very fancy. As you wrapped up the last of your chores, you were approached by Liz wearing a cheeky smile. I've got Mum's keys. Want to get out of this tiny town to do some shopping in a real city? I can do that, if you want me to come.
Good.
Good, I'm driving. Oh no. How many seatbelts can I equip? That was obvious, you didn't know how to drive. You were glad for that. You started a learner's permit, even though you could drive too. It was her plan, so she could do it if she wanted. It was nice of her to do that. You had a license, but tried to avoid driving when possible. That would be me. That would be me. We're gonna go that one. That would be me. Go get your wallet and everything else. We're going now. With a nod, you made a quick detour to collect your stuff from your bedroom. You had money saved up from gifts you'd received. Oh, damn, look at this car. Almost doesn't look functional. Unless that's just the angle we're on. The Chaos Boy has returned! Hello, Doc, how are you doing? You're doing marvellous, child. After making sure you were both fully prepared for the long haul to the largest city in the surrounding area, you buckled into the car. It was a smooth ride there, with light conversation about what shops to stop at, and the radio blasting. Liz controlled what was played, but she made sure to pick songs she knew you liked. It was something the two of you had always done for each other, like that one time, way back when she was sad and angry at Cove for no reason, and... You got Mackies? Hell yeah, Mackie D's! What did you get from McDonald's? The trip there breezed by, and in what felt like no time, you had gone from cruising down the road to cruising through the mall. Liz had her interests to check out, and you yours. Your hobbies and skills were still the ones you developed when you were younger. Gotten into new things since you'd grown. No, still the same. I'm no different. When turning a corner and down a new length of the mall, your eyes caught on a little gift store. Your friends and family had recently given you many presents for graduating high school. You realised you wanted to get a graduating gift yourself to give to Cove. You had a gift of your own ready to give to Cove when the chance came. You really appreciated what you had gotten. I'd probably already have the gift. I'd probably already have it, let's be honest. Oh god. At one point, once we finish this, I feel like we should go back through the story and just go through it as if we're a really depressed kid that just does not do anything for anyone because they just don't have the heart to be hurt again. It sounds really depressing, but I think it could lead to some interesting, like, things. Do you know what I mean? Words escape me, but you know what I mean. I don't know, I was just thinking about it recently, because I was like, imagine if we just stayed down in, like, indifferent and fond until the very last one. The halloumi share box, multiple Big Macs, a donut, some drinks, and a McFlurry. Oh, damn, went all out. Nice. It was something you had known you wanted to do, and you were looking forward to seeing his reaction. Graduation may have already come and gone, but Cove wasn't really around, so you had to wait. Oh, this is pretty. And you're very close. Eventually, the mall was explored in full, with every shop of note being checked over. Rather than going home, you decided to walk over some smaller stores nearby. Liz had many thoughts on that topic.
So?
Honestly, malls are not a bastion of society. Even if smaller shops require extra distance, the brands are so much more. Lenny's sister abruptly stopped speaking and walking, right in the middle of the path. It was a good thing no one was behind her. She seemed entirely shut off for a moment. I will scream if Cove is here. I hadn't ate all day, 2 to 5 hours and 10 minutes of back-to-back exams. Oh, Jesus. Definitely reward yourself after that. Good lord. I hated doing that. Liz? The attempt to catch her attention was unsuccessful. Something else had all her focus. Before you could puzzle out what might be happening, she began to mumble out the corner of her mouth. As don't adore attention, but look. What? With a harsh whisper and a subtle jerk of her head, she urged you once more.
Hey! Look!
You followed her gaze as best you could to a large bunch of colourful teens strolling down the same path. Okay. You faced back over to your sister with a confused expression and an unspoken question. What were you supposed to be seeing there? Doesn't one of them seem familiar? She was practically bouncing at this point. Oh, she's very blurry now. Someone turned the blur up to max on just her. So you looked to the group over again, and this time you saw what she was seeing. Oh, is that Sheila? Amongst the collection of strangers was brown hair, grey eyes, and lots of freckles. That's Sheila! Our Sheila from when we were kids! He's back! Yep, that was definitely him. I can't believe it. He's honestly just there. That's hilarious. That's incredible. Are we going over? Oh, but how do we talk to him? We'd have to pull him away from all those other people, and what if I'm wrong? Your mouth opened to reply, but she cut it off with her own answer to the question. I've got it. I'll shout the name Sheila, and then we can act like it wasn't us. If your response to that, we'll know without a doubt it's him. So let's keep an eye out to see if he looks. This is a very childish plan, but I'm all for it. Let's go. Liz can't just try to talk to him normally. We're not doing that. It's a terrible plan. Why do I have to be the one who watches? Let's try it. Fine. You don't even know. Yeah, let's try it. Likely, without even hearing what you had to say, Liz put her plan into action. Sheila! She loudly projected the word across the way and then put on an act of casualness, turning her head away from the scene while brushing at the skirt of her dress. In a supremely awkward moment, you could only stand there as the tension in the area shifted to the two of you thanks to your sister. I mean, who isn't going to look over at the shout of Sheila? That's fucking beautiful, I love that. But of the many startled bystanders who became altered to your presence, one of them was the boy. From a distance, his large eyes met yours. He looked... just directly. He looked. Send help. Call the police. I am scared. A wide grin took over Liz's face. She pushed the rim of her sun hat up and away from her face while swishing back around to greet her old friend directly. Chico! Waving, she stepped a bit closer to express her intention to meet, without really closing the gap. She wanted him to come to her. Who you presumed to be Sheila looked surprised at the call out. He stole a quick glance at the crowd he was with and hesitantly glanced back your way. He was trying to double check something. Liz remained steadfast in her gaze, trained on him, and ultimately he broke away from the rest of them. After a light-footed jog across the brick path, the young man pleasantly presented himself in front of Liz and you. Hi, I like your hat. What? Why has he got a question mark? Is that not Sheila? Everyone around you is named Sheila. Every single person. It's just, I'm Sheila. What do you need? No, I'm Sheila. No, I'm Sheila. Oh God, Liz, what have you done? Just that simple greeting had Liz giggling.
Hey.
Oh, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I'm Lizzie and that's Saz. We were all friends when we were little kids. His already wide eyes grew even larger, their gaze darting between you and Liz, his previously chipper demeanor hidden in something delicate. I'm really sorry, but I think you have the wrong person. You could tell not being instantly recognized was going to make his exchange more of a challenge. Still, Liz was undeterred. Lizzie might genuinely not be. What if it's his brother or something? What if he had a twin and he got separated from his twin? Oh my God, that was heartbreaking. No, wait, I need to stop. I need to stop before I make that word. It was a long time ago. You were really young. I get why you feel like that. However, I'm positive I'm right. You're exactly the same. That face, the freckles. How genially you try to phrase things. You're even still wearing a hat. Instinctively, he looked up at his headwear with creased eyebrows. I'm making the connection on why the hat meant something to her.
Okay.
We knew each other, okay? An uneasy smile settled on him as silence followed Liz's speech. He was picking his next words carefully. Oh god, I don't know if it's him. Oh, that would hurt so much, Sheila. Please remember. Oh. And then the quiet was obliterated by a new voice person in the conversation. Sheila, what are you doing? The rest of the group already left. A field trip is not a vacation. We are on a schedule. Oh. Well, we've got confirmation. Startled, your head snapped towards the path. A distinctly unhappy individual, piercing magenta eyes, dark brown skin, and a sharp jaw stormed your way. He carried a cloud of authority with him, despite looking like he wasn't even 18 yet.
Sorry,
I didn't mean to ditch. Chilo, whose name was now officially confirmed, gestured with a hand to add to the explanation of his absence as the stranger watched impatiently. They thought they recognized me as someone they knew, but it was a tiny misunderstanding. Oh no, Sheila, please remember who you are. Liz theoretically as well as literally put her foot down at that, stomping in frustration and getting more childish the longer she was around her childhood companion. Oh dear. Then again, maybe that'll help jog his memory. He's like, oh shit, no, I do know this chick. Oh god.
Come on.
We do know you. Sheila merely shrunk in on himself. The tone she spoke with was pained. Sorry. You honestly couldn't tell if he was apologising for the upset feelings of your sister or the palpable dissatisfaction of his new acquaintance. That in itself was very Sheila. Yeah, right. How old was he when you were together? I think he was maybe a few months older than me? Or maybe a few months younger? Or maybe he was like a kid, maybe. I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure he was the same age. Around the same age, so... Because I remember them mentioning that we were the youngest. And how old were you? I didn't see that, but I think 7 or 8. So it's very reasonable if he genuinely has not seen us since then. Oh, you know him, is that it? The stranger spoke in a dismissively scoffing tone, as if the words sounded so absurd to him it was almost amusing. Almost, but the sternness of his demeanour quickly reinstated itself. Well, do you know me? I'll tell you, I'm someone who has been forced against his will to be aware of what's going on in Sheila's ridiculous personal life for a year. Excuse me? I don't know who you think you are. And I don't know if this Sheila will ever remember who we are. But I'm ready to punch a bitch. If you hadn't seen the last part, which you can watch right now on youtube.com/galactic says, if you cannot speak to us in a polite manner and not talk shit about Sheila, I will come over there. I will do it. Do not make me. Do people forget their friends when they were 8? I remember my friend. It depends on what, I guess, like, what's gone on in your life, but also, like, what your memory in general is like. So if you had a pretty terrible memory, you're probably not going to remember them. Not nearly as vividly as we clearly remember him. But again, we don't know what he's been through this time. Before we met him. We don't know. If the two of you had any importance in his general day-to-day existence, it would have come up by now. Don't bother trying to exaggerate any trivial connection you might have had. It's not good enough. He's with us and you'll survive without him. Now stop loitering in the road. It's rude.
Excuse me?
We're the rude ones. Oh, Liz is about to throw hands. You know what? I will back you the fuck up, sis. Let's do this. The high-strung ranting got an audible gasp from Sheila, who finally started to speak up in defense. Nate, that's really mean. It's also true. We're leaving. With that declaration, the unofficially introduced Nate indignantly spun on his heel and walked speedily towards where the group went, completely confident that Sheila would follow behind. Oh, people can sure have bad attitudes, huh? Why can't they just try to get along? It's not hard. Don't worry though, I bet you won't have to deal with him again. And I'm sorry I can't stay to talk to you, but I hope you really have a really nice life. That is so cute! That has to be Sheila! Like, that has to be ours.
Bye.
Bye! No, Sheila, come back! Oh. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I can see that Xbox achievement on my screen. Just in case you guys heard that. I saw it. And that was it. His final parting words given. Sheila left the two of you behind to catch up with his own life that he had to go live. Oh jeez, that's a bit hard. That's a bit... Ooh. Liz watched his exit, stunned, only to frown when it hit her that he was really gone as quickly as he appeared. It happened so fast she hadn't even been able to get a word in. She sighed, all the energy she built up releasing with a breath. I could have told him his last name was Fields, his birthday was October 30th. That would have proved it, but no. I'm sorry, Liz. Wow, Sheila grew up to be... You were left feeling equally deflated. Whoever Nate is, he sucks. Yeah, whoever Nate is, he sucks. He was so unnecessarily unpleasant when all you had wanted was to talk to someone for a moment. Aren't you gonna go after him? Liz merely shook her head, pushing off childish thoughts. I think we can leave it there, thanks. He's in the middle of a high school field trip, and it was already enough being able to see him. There's something reassuring about witnessing firsthand that he's still out there, enjoying his own part of the world. Aww. That's genuinely nice. Though, if given the chance, I could have definitely have a few words with him about the company he's got. Nice. She laughed, but you could tell there wasn't much humour to it. She was mad at that guy, even if she was happy to let Sheila go. Maybe they're only with each other because of the trip, and it's not usually how things are.
Right?
True, we can only hope the same for him as he did for us. Have a nice life, Sheila. Aww, that seems so final though, and I don't want to. I don't want it to be so final. I want Sheila to come back. Is this the same Liz from the last part? Yes, apparently. She grew up. She grew up, man. Have a good life. Bye, Sheila. We'll miss you. Good luck out there. You'll need it. You didn't have anything left to say. We'll miss you, Sheila. Liz smiled at you. It had the self-confidence you knew so well from her. Come on, kid. Let's finish our own trip. Stop calling me kid. I'm like 2 years younger than you. Jesus. Yeah. No matter how either of you really felt about the occurrence, it was something you simply had to accept. People you know just disappear and reappear in the most unexpected ways. Two of you enjoyed what remained of your outing until it was time to return home. By the time you arrived back, the sun was already beginning to set. And we haven't seen Cove once, but it is about to become nighttime. So if anything, we're going to head to bed and then he's just going to appear at our window again like, hey, who said you could sleep? You arched your back as you stretched your arms towards the ceiling. While it had been a good day, it had enough activity to cover an entire week. Yeah, I'm done for the week. No, nay, for the month. Liz tried to hide a yawn behind her hands. You weren't the only one feeling worn out. Wow, what happened there? Worn out. Jesus. Help. Words are hard. I'll be heading up to your room. I mean, the guest room. Since mine stopped being available as soon as I was out the door. Oh no! Did I steal her room? Her tone was light. She had quite a lot to say on the subject when you'd first taken over her bigger room after she left for college, but there have been many trips back home for her since then. The room hasn't been hers for years. It was more of a running joke now that she continued to bring up the topic to this day. Let it go, Liz. I didn't see your name on it. Thank you, Liz. It's a really nice room. Thanks for being so gracious about giving it. I just want to follow my big sister's shoes. I'm sorry. Thank you for being so gracious. I had no choice. A small laugh was shared between you and your older sister. I like how we can interact now. As if Liz isn't a ticking time bomb. You better believe you'll be back in the guest room when you've got your own place and we're both in town for a visit. We can take turns. You'll have Thanksgiving, I'll get Christmas. Sure, don't count on it. That's right on me, I don't need it. Yeah, take turns. What a reasonable and mature suggestion. I'll think about accepting it. She flashed her familiar grin and you couldn't help but feel glad she was back around, even if it was temporary. With that, she plodded off to the spare room. You were ready to do the same. Moving into a new space was your first opportunity to decorate from scratch. Oh, shit! Oh! We get to design our room? Hey, nice. Oh, well, we gotta go green. And no, not for that. Come on now. Left, right. Oh, nice. We're filling it with everything. Oh, stars. No, we want lights. I want the lights. Hell yeah, look at all this stuff. Nice. We don't get any extras though. But hell yeah, done. Beautiful room. You're really satisfied with the feel of your tiny part of the world. As your thoughts drifted, you tried to bite down another yawn. It was no good. Your bed was now lodged in your mind, and all you could think about was collapsing on it. You trudged up the stairs to your room. Stepping inside, you closed the door behind you, blocking the rest of the house. When you turned back around, you realised you were not alone there. Comfortably perched on the windowsill was someone very familiar to you. What? You're on the windowsill? How did you get in? Hi, Cove. How you doing, buddy? What are you doing on the windowsill? You creep. Okay, I didn't expect him to just be in our bedroom. Shit, I was right though. That's right, we went to go to bed and he just went, "No, what do you think you're doing?" Thank you, Johnny, I just did that. I was literally doing it as you redeemed, so thanks. Get a screenshot of him like this? Wait, hold up. Can I... There we go. Can I hide the text box? Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna save it before I accidentally fucking break it. There we go. I guess just screenshot there. I'll send it to you, Doc. How's that? There you go, Doc. Cool. There's your screenshot. Anyway. The shock knocked all words out of you. Huh? How are you here? I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine what my reaction would be. Walk in, someone's just stood in my room, say, "Huh?" Oh yeah, I'd be like, "Huh?" Surprise! Hi, Cove. That is a really nice smile you got there, bud. I must go. Sorry, I have a very good stream. You're very awesome. I'm sorry. Goodbye. That's okay. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I'm sure we're set for plenty of fun. There we go. His tone was easy and relaxed. It certainly was a surprise. You hadn't expected him to be within the state. Never mind your own house. Never mind your room. He hadn't answered how he had suddenly just appeared back in Sunset Burn. Though to be fair, you had been so astounded there hadn't been much of an opportunity for him to chat with you. Thankfully, Cove was only waiting for a good moment to start, and began to explain.
So...
I got in about 15 minutes ago. No one was home, so I figured I'd come in the usual way. What do you mean the usual way? What do you mean? Is my window the front door to you now? What? Surely that's breaking and entering. Surely that's surely. Dean Cove with smiling long hair. Why is he so pretty? I don't know. Also, is he a teen? If he's just finished high school, then he's like 18, 19? So he's a young adult now. He is extremely pretty though, like damn. Damn. The window, yeah, A small smile had formed on his face. You were still staring at him, unable to blink in case he disappeared. Is that, huh? Just dead set in the huh? You could still barely believe that he was really there, mere feet away from you. Stop grinning at me. I left my bags in your backyard. I hope that's alright. You don't want to bring them inside, bruh? That was when you truly understood. Cove had come straight to you upon getting back to town. You were his first port of call, taking precedence above all else. He could have at least dropped your bags at home, my guy. Even though you hadn't been in when he called, Cove had ensured that he'd see you at the earliest opportunity rather than allowing his plans to change. Oh, that's kind of sweet. Aw. Laughed, made you bashful. You shook your head at his antics. You stayed frozen. The shock yet to melt away. Walked over to join him. Ran to him. Oh, chat, what do we do? Oh, chat, what do we do? Are we bashful? Are we gonna laugh at him? Because he's a fucking nutjob. We're gonna run to him? What are we doing? Give you guys a second to decide while I go turn my light on because holy, is it getting dark? You wanna run? Run where? Ha 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 ha. Run to him. Alright, we'll run to him. There we go. Run out the door. Rob broken through the window. We're running for the cops. Every second away from him was a moment too long. As you approached, Cove quickly hopped from the windowsill to beat you. Oh, that's cute. Wait, where was he just sat in the... But he was leaned against the... Cove, was that shell up your arse, bro? I have to ask. He was leaned against the wall. We all saw it. You're too crazy. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Trouble's back in town. Hell yeah. Can't believe my eyes. It's the most amazing man in the world. Didn't need to say anything. It's the most amazing man. No big yeah. Such a little shit. I kind of want to do that one. Because I have a little shit. Because thinking you changed rooms and didn't barging on Liz in your old... Can you imagine? She would have kicked the shit out of him. There we go, we'll go with that one. Why not? Oh, ruffle his hair, wrap him in a gentle embrace, pulled him into a bone-crushing hug, jumped into his arms, smiled at him, kissed him. Guys, what are we doing? I'm gonna leave this with you again. Do it, do it. Do what? Which one? Which one, Dark? Which one are you wanting? Go on, huh? Kiss. You want the kiss? Okay. Give him a kiss. Cove then ducked his head as if trying to dodge your overwhelming compliment. How dare you? How dare you, Cove? The whole world is a little much. No! Fuck you! Don't think it is. Nah! He lowered his voice. Then if I'm the most amazing man, you'd have to be the most amazing person in the world. Period. You felt your face burn with colour. Thankfully, Cove didn't press the point. I'm so embarrassed. Ah. He instinctively began to close his eyes as your face leaned in closer to his. Ah, the kiss. Yes, he remembered. Okay, Dad, I'm just going to assume that this is what you want. Is this what you want, Dark? Isn't it? Is this what you're after? Yep, okay, there we go. He met you partway and the two of you shared a gentle greeting kiss. Aww. You then stepped back a bit, over up the side of his head and furtively glanced down. Look at that face, he's just like, I got a kiss. Ooh. Though he couldn't help getting a little nervous still, he was beaming. Aww, I missed you, aww. Even if he hadn't said it outright, you would have gotten the message from his body language. Cove was grinning widely, his red cheeks burying his eyes, which gleamed like hidden gems. That really threw me for a second. I was like, what, his face is literally lifting? Like, physically lifting? But he looked at you as if you were the most exciting treasure of all. Aww. Was it a good trip? Cove's brow creased as he considered your question. Oh, Jesus! Oh, he got very close. Oh, shit. I didn't expect him to just suddenly be there. He leaned in and kissed you again. He's avoiding the question. It did not go well. After a long moment, he broke the kiss and tilted his face back just enough to speak, but not so much that your forehead stopped touching. Aww. I hated it. Let's never be apart again, okay? Oh, Jesus, okay. That's a bit much, Cove. I mean, sometimes I like to shower by myself. He said that absolutely as a joke, an exaggeration, something that wasn't a real request, of course, and yet despite all that, it felt real. Your heart hammered in your chest, your head swam, cast adrift on a tide of thoughts and adrenaline. You're screaming? Fair enough. That's fair. In this moment, that is fair. Cove smiled as if offering a silent apology for his sudden onslaught of tenderness, but he let the words proudly hang in the air all the same. Dark is about to combust. Like, literally about to set fire to themselves. Cove told you about how his trip back had gone. Soon you'd even recovered enough to actually listen. Nice. Did he repeat when he realised? His mum was doing really well. She had a project in the works that she was thrilled about. As a result, Cove was going to be sticking around in Sunset Bed for the time being. Things were settled, as much as they ever could be. With Cove back once more, you felt at ease. Oh, why does he look sad now? Cove stretched his arms out over his head, his eyes on the window and the world beyond. The sun had set while he'd been busy reuniting.
Well,
I should probably get my stuff and see Dad. He glanced over to you with a familiar, expectant look. Wanna come with me? You know I do. No, but I'll walk you downstairs. I'll go over for a little while. You know I do.
cool.
Cool, let's go. Both began to head to your bedroom door. You followed after him, you insisted on it being just like we were kids. Give me a fucking piggyback ride. It was a special occasion, it was just the normal thing in your relationship. Oh shit, okay. It was a special occasion. You slyly cleared your throat, trying to make Cove turn around. Can I have a piggyback ride? Cove didn't say anything, his eyebrows raised in disbelief.
Seriously?
Really, he says? You want me to carry you downstairs? You damn fucking right I do. Give me a piggyback ride. You nodded. Cove rolled his eyes, but he bent down so that you could clamber onto his back. Hell yeah, let's go! March! Even while he was crouched down, Cove's back was pretty high up, and it took a bit of effort for you to properly get up there. Is he still stupid tall? Cove wobbled as he straightened up, not terribly unaccustomed to balancing someone on his shoulders. Wait, on his shoulders? I thought we would... Oh god! We're real tall. He's not gonna smack us off the door frame, is he? Cove carried you down the stairs. You had to duck down a couple of times. The ceiling grazed against your elevated head. Still, you safely reached the ground floor of your house. I thought we were just like, you know, like I was sat on his back and he's got, like, you know, he loops his arms and my legs are through the loops, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of piggyback. I didn't expect to be on his shoulders. We're gonna knock ourselves out. Oh god, this is what happens. In the alternate dimension, instead of Cove being knocked the fuck out by hitting his head on the ceiling, it's us! We've traded places! Oh no! Oh no, we're going to perish. The door's gonna be in the way. Get off here so I could open it up. He bent down to let you slide safely off his back. Seeing things from your usual height was disorienting after getting accustomed to looking down on everything. In all the excitement of Cove's return, you hadn't even remembered the gift you prepared for when he got back. It would be best to give him now before he left your house. Can you wait here for a little while? I've got something for you. Cove tilted his head, intrigued.
Really?
Yes. You nodded with some eagerness, trying to imagine how he'd react when he actually saw it. You bought him something special. The gift you chose hadn't been something you could buy. Yeah, we made it. I hope it's something we made if I click this one. It was! The orange shell he'd been entranced with since you were kids. White poppy from the hill behind your house. Something you'd made yourself. The white poppy would die, unfortunately. But the shell is still nice. Let's do the shell. You quickly went back up to your room to collect the shell, knowing exactly where to find it. It had been housed in the same box since you were a little kid, after all. Taking great care, you extracted it from the case. Though it had been a long time since you'd taken it out, the grooves were as familiar to your fingertips as the opening line of your favourite song was to your ears. Cove had admired the shell ever since he first saw it, declaring it to be the best of all your treasures. Despite that, he'd never accepted your offers to take it. You hoped that might change tonight. You closed your hand around the shell, not wanting Cove to see it until you were ready, and headed downstairs. When you were back in front of Cove, you cautiously lifted your arm up. He looked on curiously as you unfurled your fingertips to show him the gift. I want you to have it. Please. Cove stared down at the familiar shell nestled on your palm. His mouth parted, though no words came out. He drew his eyes up to meet yours silently and found the answer to whatever question he couldn't speak. He put his hand over yours and broke the silence. Okay. Yeah! He took it! Let's go! Let's go! It was as quiet as a whisper. His fingers were as gentle as his words, brushing against your palm as he took the shell from your grasp. He cradled it carefully against his chest and smiled at you, his eyes bright. I'll keep it forever. This is a blood seal. You are now locked in place. You can never let go of this. Yeah. Just make it really dark and evil. Really sinister. I laid the gift safely on the counter. But he didn't turn back to face you once he had ensured it was secure. Though his face was angled away from you, you caught his eyelashes fluttering as if batting away tears. His throat bobbed as he swallowed bubbling emotions. Aww. He still gets teary, it's cute. You knew that Cove could be sentimental. The gift and all the memories and feelings tied up in it seemed to have taken a toll on him. When he began to sniffle, you felt the need to reach out. Oh? I can't. You just says I don't know what to do. Don't cry. Don't cry, Cove. You're fine. He forcefully scrubbed at his eyes like he was trying to push the tears that threatened to spill back in. Oh, Cove, it's okay. Do you need to cry? That feels very patronising. Don't word it that way. No. You say no, but you're already crying. Nevertheless, tears had begun to spill down his cheeks, even as he whipped them away. Be gone, foul beasts. More took their place. Thank you. Oh, look at... It's so pretty. His voice quivered. He quivers. Nice. As he spoke. Cove reached out. You gladly stepped forward to meet him. He laid his warm hands against your cheeks and brought his lips to you. He does this a lot. I am noticing he's very affectionate now. Very affectionate. You kissed Cove until the need for air finally won out. Head spinning, you were glad of the security of Cove's hands. Even after your lips had parted, Cove remained close, his hands still framing your face. You're welcome, don't worry about it. You're such a crybaby. You didn't need words. Quietly accepted his appreciation. Didn't need words. We don't need words, it's fine. Look at our face. Cove let out a steady breath. It was far removed from the shaky gasps that had accompanied his sniffles. The tears had dried. His eyes were a little red, but open and at peace once again. He smiled, fully recovered from the emotion that overcome him. You're really, seriously too nice to me. You smiled back. You're worth it. L'Oreal, because you're worth it. I mean, he probably uses L'Oreal. Look at that hair. Woof. Why did I say woof? That was an interesting choice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go. I need to move on with my life. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Cove brushed his hand against the pale ghost of a scar on his arm. He was at a loss for what to do now. The clock ticked away, counting the seconds of silence. Once you'd had a chance to settle your thoughts, you figured you'd tell Cove the intriguing news. I saw Shiloh today. You just gonna drop that on him after these emotions?
Huh?
Shiloh? Cove repeated the name, his expression blank. From when we were kids. Cove pondered for a moment, then snapped his fingers. Oh, he was the freckly boy from that first summer, right? The one who moved. Uh-huh. I met someone called Shiloh. He looked just like Shiloh from back then. Well, you waved a hand, acknowledging the passing of time and so forth. Cove nodded understandingly. Thank you. Thank you for understanding, because words are hard. He didn't remember me. Then he had to go. Cove frowned. That's, I don't know. But I missed it. Though you knew him better than I did. That was definitely true. Not only had Cove known Shiloh for a short period of time, but he and Shiloh had never quite gotten along. I mean, Shiloh literally fucking ripped him to him at one point. It was amazing. Not that they were enemies either, just kids who were only ever together because of the other people they both knew. What about Shiloh's up to these days? I don't have any idea. He didn't say much.
Oh.
Oh, well. That was everything you had on the news item, so you moved on to the next big update. Also, you know the mean old neighbours? The ones who would always yell at us? He cringed. Look at that face, he remembers. Oh, those two he remembers. Recalling those particular memories of back in the day he was not pleasant, even for someone as nostalgic as him. Yeah. They're not coming. They didn't rent the condo this summer. Oh, look at that expression. Now he's shocked. Cove's jaw dropped. You didn't blame him. The elderly couple had been an institution for as far as back as you could remember. Long predating Cove's arrival. Even now, as a teenager, you found your neck pricking as you walked by their condo, half expecting a scolding for breathing the wrong way in the vicinity of their vacation home. It was strange to think of that coming to an end. Wow. Cove blinked, clearly struggling with the idea in the same way you had. I didn't see that coming. People being gone, people coming back. It feels like I've missed a lot. Is this going somewhere? This has been a busy summer already. Well, you haven't missed the fireflies. They haven't shown up yet. Well, that's something. And we better not get left behind. There's still stuff to do. You nodded. As soon as you'd left your house, Cove bent down to let you climb back onto his back for the last part of the journey. Yeah, let's go! Let's go, piggyback, piggyback. It seemed that no sooner had the night begun than it was already at an end, and the dawn of a new day was soon upon you. Wait, we're just going to completely skip over his dad seeing us getting a piggyback ride? Damn. Rush him. I kind of wanted to see that. I can imagine him laughing at it. The next morning, your belly was full of breakfast and you were in a pleasant mood. You hoped the rest of the day followed suit. Later, you were meeting up with your friends, Cove, Miranda, and Terry, to go into town. It was all on short notice, but that was because everyone was just so excited that Cove was finally back home. Having a nice daydream? Always. You blinked, pushing all your thoughts away and returning to reality. Your mum was watching you with a teasing smile.
Alright.
So, what's on the agenda today? I'm meeting up with some people. Well, I hope you and your friends have fun. Don't get into too much trouble. She winked at you. You both knew your mums wanted you to enjoy every bit of the summer before all the big changes started. I'll try.
That'd be great.
But before you go gallivanting around the town, could you bring me the meal in? I'm finishing up putting the dishes away over here. Alright. Thanks very much. Oh, okay. Okay. That's... well done. All I'm gonna say on that is, well done. As soon as you were outside your front door, you couldn't help but see Cove and his dad standing out around in the road. They noticed you too.
Hey.
Hey there, Saz. Hi, good timing. You should come join us. You hugged him, you hugged him. You gave him a high five. Oh yeah, give him a nuggie. Ruffled his hair, kissed him. No, we're not gonna kiss him again. Dark, I love you, but no. That's a bit too much. Give him a high five. Let's go. Trying to stifle a grin, you leaned in and raised your hand. Cove's mouth pulled into a grin as he teasingly rolled his eyes at your choice of greeting. Fuck you, Cove, this is great. He slapped your hand and his eyes shone brightly with adoration. You noticed Mr. Holden was taking in the scene of you and Cove with a self-satisfied smile. Cove followed your line of sight and shot his dad an unimpressed look. Nice. For a moment, Mr. Holden seemed like he had thought of dancing on the tip of his tongue, but he decided to keep it to himself.
So
what are you up to today? You held up the envelopes in your hand. I was getting the mail. Ruffle, no, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Next time we get a chance, we'll ruffle his hair, okay?
right.
And we're meeting some friends in town in a while. You looked at Cove and nodded in agreement. Sounds like a plan to me. Yawning, Mr. Holden stretched his arms over his head. My boy and I have just been waiting around to see what the new neighbours are like. It was definitely his idea. I don't know how you're not interested in this. It's big news. Besides, it'd only be polite to greet the new folks in town. Maybe it'll be a single dad and his son. You've been here too long. You've seen a new person rent a condo is what you consider an exciting development. Yes, I'm dying to see the newcomers. Your response was just a shrug. I don't want to meet them. Well, anyone has to be better than the last tenants. Maybe it'll be a single dad and his son. Bob snorted some airy laughter at the suggestion.
Oh?
You think we'll have some competition? No, what do you mean by competition? What? For several moments, Mr. Holden was unable to answer. He was still chuckling when he put his hands on his hips and tried to compose himself.
Nah.
Absolutely not. We're the #1 father-son duo in this town, and no one's changing that. Mr. Holden took one more glance at the currently vacant building and sighed dramatically. When he turned back to you and Cove, his whole body seemed deflated. There's no sign of them, and I still need to head over to work soon. Cove gave his dad a few reassuring pats on the back. Nice. Okay, I promise to keep an eye out, and I can text you if anything happens. Really?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, only until I have to meet up with Terry and Miranda. Would that still work? With a wide grin breaking out on his face, Mr. Holden looked absolutely thrilled to have his nosiness enabled. Nice. All was in with a plate of spring rolls. Ooh, nice. A hamburger with bacon. Ew, bacon. Eggs and cheese. A glass of Sprite with a lemon in it. Bottled stuff. Thank you for supplying me with food and drink. See? And welcome. How you doing? That works. He moved to firmly place both hands over Cove's shoulders, fixing his child with a firm stare. Son, you are my true ally in this world. So fucking funny. Mr. Holden stood up straighter, letting Cove go. He looked reinvigorated. Okay, with that settled, I'll go make some money. That's always been the one thing I do best. Mr. Holden headed off to the garage with a big wave goodbye. Cove smiled the whole time you both watched his dad leave. Aww, he's nice. Looks like I'm going to finish my dinner and about to head to bed. Have a busy day ahead. Well, good luck for tomorrow. And have a good sleep. Thank you for just popping on in. And as always, handing me things and leaving. Well, thank you. Have a good night. Really liked Mr. Holden. Mr. Holden was one of your favourite people. Cove's dad was kind of a bother. He had mixed feelings. No, I like him. I like him. You had for a long time. As soon as he was out of sight, Cove sighed lightly. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just not looking forward to waiting. Guess I'll be hanging around the street a while. Good luck, see you later, bye. I'll stick around to see the new neighbour. I can wait with you. Why don't I stay to see a new neighbour and keep you company? I can wait with you. You wouldn't abandon Cove there to wither on the road out of boredom. Definitely not, no. Really? Of course, I like keeping you company, remember? He stared at you a moment, smiling softly and thinking about his response.
Me too.
I like that too. Aww. Y'all need to stop making my heart soft. This is bad for my life. Cove put his hands on your shoulders. His thumbs absent-mindedly moved in a soothing circle. The look in his eyes was much firmer. He was serious. Oh, okay. What happened? What's going on? Did you spot them? Says, you're my true ally in this one. Imitating his dad, that's precious, holy shit. I love that, that's amazing. I got a fair amount of chuckles from you. Yeah, I did. Can confirm. He grinned, the stoicism fading into amusement.
Thank you.
You're always good to me. You're lucky to have me. It's no problem. I can't help myself. You laughed. You shook your head. You simply shrugged. Hello, Mother. How are you doing, Mother? It's no problem. I don't know about that, but I'm just happy you're always here. Always. I never leave, Centaur. I'm actually trapped in that house. I can go a bit further, but I can't. Yeah. Meh? Why are you meh? Why are you meh? What happened? Why are you meh? Marlon's face reached his eyes and it made you feel electric. Oh. Oh my. And then he let go of you. Both stepped over to his front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. Our watch begins. The team quit? The team quit? What do you mean the team quit? Oh, Smite. Ah, okay. Some people are just evil. But you'll find a good team. You'll do it. I believe. Oh, thanks for the achievement, by the way. I saw it come up on screen. Nodding in agreement, you joined Cove on the front porch steps. You both sat there in a comfortable familiarity as you settled in for the waiting game on the new tenants. Could I not have at least dropped the Could I not have at least dropped the post in the house? While wandering off. Which league? Is this for... Are you on about Smite there? On about leagues and stuff? I assume you mean Smite. Yeah. The neighbourhood was quiet and you sighed contentedly, closing your eyes and feeling the light breeze. Eventually you both picked up the sound of a car. Taxi followed the noise, turning onto your street. Cove's eyebrows raised at that sight, and he sat up straighter on the stoop.
Oh?
This has to be them, right? I hope so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which game mode she was in. Now that they were here, you couldn't help but feel just a bit curious. You wondered what kind of person would be living in the neighbourhood for the summer. The taxi pulled to a stop as you expected in front of the now empty condo. It was on the same side of the street as your house, a few buildings further up. Without getting to his feet, Cove tried leaning and tilting his head to get a view of the passenger door as it opened. The single occupant exited the cab. Huh? You could feel what Cove was feeling in that moment. After the last renters, this new visitor was definitely not exactly what you expected. Oh, you were on assault? Yeah. People are fickle on assault. Oh. Or maybe you were in, like, SOC or something. No. I would be impressed, to be honest, if that was the case. It was a young man, had to be close to your own age. He was dressed fully in an eclectic black, white and grey outfit, even his side-swooping hair matched the scheme. The only other pop of colour was something that you couldn't easily fashion into submission, a pair of dark brown eyes, which you caught when he looked over at his audience. Hello folks, who might you be? We're the neighbours. Cove is just like, uh-oh, new people, you. Imagine if she was on a team. If my mother was on a spite team, I'd be so impressed. I'd be like, when? How? Teach me. That guy looks ew. He looks a bit sleazy, I'll be honest. I don't mean to be mean to him, because he might be genuinely a nice lad. But the way he's designed, he looks sleazy. The smile already prominent on his face curled further. It was cocky, but you didn't get the impression it meant something adverse. Hallelujah. What? I agree, you? Oh. You and Cove shared a familiar look with one another, bewildered even further. The colour-coordinated man left it there, however, and with a firm click he shut the door of his ride, then turned his back to you to retrieve a large, unsurprisingly black suitcase out the trunk. He must be colour-coordinated. If anything is not colour-coordinated, he will destroy it. His business is to make everything black and white and grey. Continuing on with his own business, he strolled forward and lightly tapped on the driver's side window with his knuckle, asking for them to roll it down. When it opened, he leaned down and rested his arm on the edge. You assumed he was thanking the driver for getting him there, considering he slipped them a tip during the brief chat. They shook hands, and then he pushed himself up and away from the taxi with both arms, giving the driver room to leave. The taxi pulled away, rolling carefully down the road and out of sight round a corner. The new renter had officially arrived. That angle does not do him any justice. His eyes are a bit too far apart. That angle doesn't do him justice, unfortunately. He left his suitcase on the ground, out of the way of the street, and sauntered over your way with the confidence of someone who had been invited to join. Cove finally stood up to greet this person. You followed suit.
Excellent.
Oh, damn. That voice, though. Hold up. Oh, damn. I'm Baxter Ward. It's excellent to meet you, neighbours. You were standing on the side he was approaching from. When Baxter got close enough, he offered his hand to you first. Over to Lo-Fi! You held your hands open up for a hug, you kept your distance. Do we shake his hand or offer him a low-fi? I ain't hugging him right away, that's just wrong. He's shaking his hand or offering him a low-fi. I feel like lo-fi is more our style, to be honest. I'll see what you guys say. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be a messy, messy time. I can see it now. Keep distance? You want to keep distance? Alright. Oh, no, maybe we'll shake hands then. Because I feel kind of rude keeping distance. I don't even know him yet. I don't even know him yet, so keeping distance is kind of rude. I'll shake his hand. That'll be our compromise. Baxter gripped your hand firmly to give a satisfying shake. Okay, well, you didn't need to grip it firmly, just, you know, just let it flop in the wind. I don't know why I was going there. I'm Saz. Hello, it's nice to meet you too. Hey Saz, I'm quite keen on getting to know you better this summer. We could be good friends. Okay. Oh, okay. Step back. Step back. Step back. Immediate retreat. 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 From your other side, Cove made a sudden sputtering noise. And you are? He lifted his hand out to Cove next. Cove shook his hand, still eyeing Baxter carefully. Yeah, please do. Please. I'm Cove. Baxter's whole demeanor lit up for unknown reasons. His eyes shone as he studied Cove a moment. Yo, wait, what if this isn't... What if he's a threat to us? Not to Cove. What if he's a threat to us? Oh, mind blown.
Really?
Now wait, is that a nickname or your real name? It's just my name. Cove spoke mildly, having given that explanation many times in the past. But it clearly charmed Baxter all the same. He tossed his head to one side with a laugh. Your parents knew exactly what they were doing. I can't imagine a more fitting name for the face I'm seeing. Cove, that's gorgeous. Back the fuck off. just immediately in defensive position. I will fucking go over there. It's really not. No, I agree. The first option is literally no, I agree, it suits you. Hey, only I get to fluster him. That's a lot considering you're talking to a stranger, Baxter. You didn't know what to say. He's taken. Hey, he's taken. Alright, Doc. Since I skipped your choice, what do you want this one to be? What do you want this one to be? I have a feeling I know what it is, but what do you want this one to be? Even though my immediate reaction was just, no, I agree. No, I swear. I think we go with the top one, honestly. Mostly because, again, it's just what I said instinctively. Yeah, I'm just going to agree with him. No, I agree.
Not bad.
Oh my god, what is your voice? The fuck? Please, that should be illegal. Nice to see someone else knows. The impact might have faded for you living with it this long, but I promise to the onlooker it's a knockout. Cove couldn't face either of you after that. His cheeks were quickly turning bright red with embarrassment. You noticed that Baxter looked apologetic over Cove's increased discomfort. Aww. I'm sorry, it wasn't intended to mean more than that, more than it did. I like your name, but you don't have to mind that. I'm patently against stepping on anyone's toes. He chuckled to himself. It seemed like there was some extra meaning hidden there in his words. Has he already noticed? And you noticed that Cove raised an eyebrow, picking up on that too. Baxter didn't even open his eyes to see your faces, to know he had some filling to do. He stood up straight, striking a slight pause with the position of his feet. I'm a ballroom dancer, hence the phrasing. Ah. Oh, I don't know much about dancing, but that's pretty cool. It's not hard once you get the basics down. Ah. Cove didn't look convinced at all. Baxter took that as a cue to keep talking.
Well.
He grinned in a way that was rapidly becoming familiar to you. I feel the need to pull Cove away, to be honest. I don't know why. I'm like, step back, please. Step back. If either of you are looking for a partner, I'm available. You mean a dancing... You mean a dancing partner, right? You mean a dancing partner? Dancing partner, right? Sorry, newbie started singing, had to mute you. Oh. What did I miss? You missed Baxter hitting on Cove. And we joined in. Also, what was she singing? And why was she singing? What happened? What? Both peeked at you, smiling softly. You felt his familiar touch as he squeezed your hand for a moment. Aww. I already have a partner. Says they're the only one I'd want to dance with. Sorry, they're my significant other. Yeah, let's go, Cove! Yeah! You're both together? Yeah, we are. Oh, no idea, but damn, their voice is great. Yeah, it is. Very nice, very nice. Now that's crushing, but makes sense. I got here too late. Should have taken a semester off sooner. Wait, he was hitting on both of us? Bro was really playing both wheels at once. The confidence this man has.
I get it.
That's a joke. Really, I didn't mean to intrude on anything you have with the offer. Oh, you didn't answer. Cove is the guy I'd dance with. He's black and white, no surprise, he's black. You know what? Sure. I'm gonna agree with Cove and see if he blushes. Baxter smiled and nodded understandingly, letting the subject go. Hell yeah. After that, there was a lulling conversation and Cove attempted to fill it.
So...
what made you decide on Sunset Burb? Oh yes, well, my parents rented a condo, so I had a place to stay while I'm off for a semester from college and not living in the dorms. There was a playful glint in Baxter's eyes as he continued.
Honestly.
Ideally, they wanted to send me somewhere that wasn't too exciting, but lucky for me, they picked the wrong street, considering the two of you live here. Fuck. This is gonna get very awkward very quickly. Baxter then preemptively lifted his hands up in front of his chest, giving the gesture of meaning no harm. It's nice not to be the only one my age around the neighbourhood for an entire summer, nothing more. There was a story you had heard before. Oh no wait, that was a story you'd heard before. The same one as when Lonely Cove and his dad moved in all those years ago. Cove wasn't relating still. You could have phrased it like that in the first place. Cove, please. We're slowly getting to understand him. In time, we will understand that he's not hitting on us. I don't feel the need to keep words of praise to myself, but they're not romantic come-ons. I see that you two are very much a committed pair. I'd like to be friends if we can, but that's all. It's okay. Doesn't bother me. I'd appreciate if you don't do that with me. I'm finding it pretty entertaining. You probably annoy a lot of people. You stood there unsure of how to react. It's kind of uncomfortable, so I'm just gonna pick this one. I'll keep it in check. Glad we're working things out. Hell yeah. Shifting his weight to his other foot, Baxter tried to move forward. So, which condo is yours? How long have you been living together? No. Oh, no. Cove sweat again and unintentionally a laugh escaped you.
That's...
We're both your neighbours, but we live in different houses with our parents. As if second nature, the two of you pointed at your homes, the buildings directly across the street from each other. Baxter's eyebrows raised at that. There was an Oddish? I missed an Oddish? God damn it. Oh, sorry. Next time I see an Oddish, I'll say it out loud just in case. I will keep an eye out, sir. Madam. King? Queen. I'll keep an eye out. Your neighbours who started dating. We're a couple of lovebirds. You're the backbone of romantic society. Thank you. Oddish is your favourite, then I'm definitely keeping an eye out for you. Definitely. You could feel your face burning with embarrassment. You chewed at your bottom lip. Honestly, I hope you never break up. If you can make it work, there might be a chance for the rest of us. Aww. Aw, bless him. He's not that bad. He's just a little forward. It's okay. You knew Cove well enough to tell there was a little bit of amusement in his expression, but he sighed in exasperation. After that, you had no doubts about his claims of being complimentary. You shook your head at it. Too much again? Kind of. Well, if either of you are free, I'd be thrilled to hang out this summer, but we can save the schedule talk for later. I should get my things inside. He gave a small nod of the head and flashed you both a dazzling smile.
Goodbye.
Oh, alright. Oh, Jesus, you scared me. Oh, Jesus. Hi, Raiders, how you doing? Hey, Max. You finished with the Mooncraft? Did you have fun with the Mooncraft? Oh, hi there, he's grown since last time. Yeah, just a bit. just a tiny bit. We gotta fill things out. Things before tomorrow. Okay. I'm technically a part of this raid as well, even though I'm already here. It's madness. You keep doing this. How do you keep doing this? You're gonna break the space-time continuum. Stop. Too strong. Goodbye for today. Bye. Cove gave a small wave as well. Bye. Baxter then turned on his heels and strolled back to his suitcase, picking it up and bringing it to his condo. You and Cove were silent as Baxter unlocked the door and disappeared inside the house. With him completely out of the scene, Cove let out a long breath.
Well,
I don't know how I'm going to explain that guy to my dad. You burst into a fit of laughter trying to imagine the conversation. Just tell him someone who gives a lot of forward compliments has moved in. At least the job is done. We saw the new neighbour and now we can go meet up with Terry and Miranda. Yeah, we should get going. You give Baxter's condo one last glance over your shoulder. Looking forward to seeing more of him. You thought he was charming. You were not interested. You weren't sure how to feel. You thought he gave bad first impression. You decided he definitely wasn't somebody like. I'm not sure how to feel. I've literally just met the man. Honestly, you didn't know if you could ever come to a conclusion about him. Baxter was just so different. Turning your attention back to Cove, you pushed all your thoughts Baxter aside. You both started making your way towards town. Did I not put the letters? I had post in my hands. Did I not put them inside? Am I still holding them? I'm walking around with a handful of letters. Oh fuck, the bills are here. Nah. Took his hand, took his arm, walked next to him. Took his hand, boys, let's go! You slid your palm into his and Cole placed his fingers with yours. Aww, bless. His expression instantly became happier and he lightly squeezed your hand. Aww, even more blessed. A little while later, you and Cove reached a main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I heard my phone. You took your cell phone out and looked at it with a satisfied grin. That was a new message. Before you could read it, you were distracted by a small amused noise from Cove. His head was slightly tilted to the side as he carefully looked at your old keychain. I can't believe you still have that. Fuck you, I love this thing. Baby shark did no, I'm not done. Of course I do, I love it. You shouldn't be surprised. Well, someone was crazy enough to get it for me, so I'll be able to use it. Shrugged, quietly blushed at him, pointed out. Of course I do, I love it. Fuck you. You mean it. The intensity of your words had Cove blushing and looking away from you. For a moment, you were both at a loss for more words. You were sucked into remembering that day he brought it for you. Cove was the one who spoke up again.
it's nice.
I'm actually glad you liked it. He looked back at you with a playful grin. Especially since it cost me a whole $6. That's like $30 in kid money. Mood. His matter-of-fact tone had you laughing deep. You couldn't face him without starting all over again. Smiling, you refocused on the task at hand. You opened the new text from Miranda and all you saw was, I can see you. God, that's fucking terrifying. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. I saw you holding Cove's hand. Scandalous. I'm not sorry. Where are you? Haha, come on. Really, Randy? What? We call her Randy? Oh dear. I can sense where this is going. Really? Yeah, really? Oh, the message was sent and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement and familiar faces, but they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. Miranda, come on out. You sigh at the ridiculousness. You burst into laughter at their antics. You sent your own joking text. Grabbed onto Cove again, wanting to show Miranda how scandalous you could be. Yes. We had to. I wanted to send the text, but this was too good. At once you hooked your arms around his neck, still holding your phone, and brought him even closer to you. He blushed and gave you a look mixed with amusement and confusion. Seriously says, what did that message even say? Don't worry about it. Sorry for I gave my 5-year-old nephew $2 and he reacted like how you'd react to $200 kid when he was a real me. Oh my god. They start young. Like, oh my god, money! I can remember being like that actually. I'd get £1 and immediately run off to buy sweets. And then be sad I had no £1 left. Before you could even begin explaining anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to yelling from across the street. And then you saw Miranda and Terry coming up from behind the backside wall of the grocery store. They both started waving wildly to draw even more attention to themselves. Oh. I mean, we could kiss in the middle of the street if you want, Cove, but I don't think. Depends how much PDA you're okay with. With your friend's grand entrance made, Cove seemed to realise the joke. He smiled with a sigh and let him go for the moment, chuckling. Oh, I let him go. He didn't let anyone go. Whoops. Cove took a step in their direction, grinning. He put his hands around his mouth to better project his message across the street. Hey! Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways and then rushed across the empty street.
Hi.
Oh my god, Miranda, you are adorable. Miranda, you are adorable. Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Terry. Hi. Hi. That joke was not funny. I'm amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? I'm so happy to see you two. I thought you both knew better than to jaywalk. I'm amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? They started giggling again. Terry glanced at Miranda, wondering what their story should be.
Ooh.
It was magic. Yo, she has purple eyes too. Let's go. Let's go, Purple Eyes Gang! Let's go! Gesturing in a vaguely whimsical manner, Terry went along with the decision. And magicians never reveal their secrets. Ooh! Jesus, that's fair. Terry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here! It's been so long! What took you? He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed. Is he okay? They're definitely a thing. What, these two? I can accept that. They're adorable.
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize, that's not what they wanted. They wanted the scoop. They wanted the scoop. Eventually she let him go. Terry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to her other hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. It finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either.
So?
Cove. Terry poked Cove square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry, but I can say it as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with orca activities. Oh, orca! Is he working by the ocean? When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his athletic interest, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California affiliation. Orca? Oh, okay. That's actually quite sick. That's kind of sick. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. Cove, you joined Orca too after learning of it. You were an Orca member and introduced Cove to it. I've joined, sure, let's go. The big smash event for the year is coming right up, isn't it? Yeah, there's not that much more to do before then, but I'm kind of looking forward to the fundraising push. Hopefully we can pull it off. If anyone can do it, it's you two. And even if it goes really bad, it still look good on college application at least. That's true, I guess. Hey, guess what else? We don't have to stand here and say stuff. Let's go. I would like a meal now. Fair enough. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Excited by that plan, you smiled. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in a blink of an eye. When night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted ways with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighbourhood without event. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark and silent. You were walking tiredly after such a long day. You strolled with a skip in your step. You ambled along. Cove was giving you a piggy ride. All of the piggybacks. So much for it being for a special occasion. Now, I'm going to walk really tiredly, just like, I'm dying. You yawned, stretching your arms high over your head. It was taking a lot of mental focus to keep up and walk alongside Cove. As you did so, you peered at his face out the corner of your eyes. You wondered why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. For a while, Cove silently stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. Oh dear, what's happening? It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighbourhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Be back in a bit. Alright, see you in a bit. Have fun or good luck. Depends on what you're doing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. It was true, the things that kept people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. You thought about your own immediate future. You had been considering more and more, and ideas were starting to settle in your mind. You hoped to go to school full-time, to go to school part-time, to work for part-time, working on time that's not school or work. Let's do part-time school. Let's do part-time school. And that was the basics, that's it. For your education, you thought you'd attend community college, attend Cove, go to private college, join a trade school, take online classes. Take online classes, that's it. Oh, that's uni, not college. College? That's it. And for that, you wanted to stay local, go to a different part of the state, go out of state, go abroad, travel around to different places. Oh, I don't want to travel. Fuck that. I live in a very nice place, but I don't know if I want to. I definitely don't want to go abroad. There's no doubt that'll be the big crutch that destroys the relationship. But I have a feeling that Cove wants to go out of the state. But I don't even know where Sunset Burb is. How that relates to anything in America. I'm not an American. I don't know these things. Different part of the state, sure. It'd all be happening so soon. You already applied to school, you'd already started to prepare for what was coming. You hadn't begun to do anything about it. You already applied to schools, sure, let's try that one. And you'd been open about your situation and everyone knew. You'd only welcomed his family and those who were close to, like Cove. Just yourself, and Cove was the only person who knew. I'd be open. I'd be open. Now you wondered what Cove had in mind. You'd heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Making it back home, you both stopped at the middle of the street, Cove side. Cove looked at the ground for a moment, his mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, are you still thinking about going to school and stuff in another part of California? Oh, we're in California. Oh, well no, that makes sense if he's a part of Orca. Dumbass. You nodded, your stomach felt like it was twisting into knots. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he lifted his head. I decided on something. Well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm, and then his expression grew more serious. I'm not going to decide on a school or a career, not this summer. I'm going to stay here, at least in Sunset Bird. I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff, and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall, or next year, or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. I'm not gonna crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do it. That is fair. You do you, Cove. His brow furrowed and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were weighing on him. I know that's not very exciting, but it's the best I can do right now. He laughed self-derisively. Yep, that's the word that it says. But with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. Smile! Your plan sounds very you. I'll miss you. I wanted you to come with me, okay, and you couldn't say anything. Your plan sounds very you. Is that insulting? I don't know. It feels kind of insulting. I'll just say I'll miss you. Because if I'm definitely going out of state... I didn't know he was going to pick to stay. Fuck. I'm definitely going out of state, then I'll just be like, I'll miss you. We'll still talk and shit, but I'll miss you. It was taking every fibre of your being to keep yourself together. You wanted to support him, but you could already feel your chest tightening. Imagine what it would be like without him right there. And he's thinking the same thing if his face is anything to go by. His face crumbled and your original assumption was proven correct as tears easily began to fall from his eyes. His chest heaved and his words were whispered. I'm sorry. No matter what's happening, I want you to know that you won't ever lose me. I won't really be gone. I'll still be there for you the best I can, whether it's long distance or whatever else. Cove's whole expression softened. His lips pulled in an affectionate smile.
It's okay.
You deserve to have everything you want in life. Oh, no, don't say that. You laughed at his bold declaration. Thank you. I want you to get everything you want in life. You didn't know how to respond to that. You teared up. I'm just gonna tear up. I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna straight up start fucking breaking down in the middle of the street. Cove's declaration had your eyes welling with tears. No matter how many times you wiped your eyes with the back of your hand, your face was wet. Cove looked at you concerned. He took a step closer. He then brought a hand up to your face, cupping your cheek. Dotingly, his thumb lightly brushed your skin. A shiver shot down your spine. Oh. Dark, are you seeing this? You getting those emotions? He spoke to you softly, wholeheartedly. He meant every word. Things are hard right now. It scares me, but it'll be okay. It'll be more than okay. Now that things are up to us, we can make our lives better than they ever were. You believed him. You appreciated his attempt to put on a brave face. You felt unsure, you felt better after it. I believe him. No matter how daunting the future could be, he was right. You would be okay. Finally, your eyes stopped overflowing with tears and you could meet Cove's gaze clearly. You nodded. At this, his expression morphed into a look of careful confidence. Because if he looks at you like anything else, he will cry. Like a little bitch. Clearly, he was still struggling with this topic and you wondered what else might be on his mind. This was a start, I think. But it's not over, is it? We'll have to keep talking about it going forward. Yeah. Cove softly reiterated his promise. Oh, I thought he was going to continue talking, but I guess not. It will all be okay. We'll still always be there for each other. Is that good with you? It is. Cool. That's cool. Yo, that's sick. I'll see you tomorrow, Saz. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. He pulled you in to an unexpected hug. It knocked the breath out of you, yet couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. Fuck if I could speak. You returned his embrace and stayed that way for as long as you could.
Good night.
Night. He finally let go, giving you another smile. Then Cove started walking away, but you remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. And then a car came. You watched him and wondered, how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? You hoped for countless more times. Oh god, this is going to be heart-wrenching, isn't it? Finally, you turned towards your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. Oh, we're finally at this part. Ooh. Okay, wait, let's save it. I'm sorry, beautiful picture. Off we go. Okay, so there is only 5 to do. We're probably not going to get to do them all, but we're going to try and get through them. You grab the large... hang on, let me reset. Recenter. Zen. Let's try again. You grabbed the large beach towel from off your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water bottle in your upcoming beach hangout session. For your upcoming beach hangout session. Who's that? What's that a picture of? Is that a little hamster? That's a little hamster that is the most adorable picture I think I've seen. The stars had aligned and somehow everyone was free today. Miranda had set things up with several bubbly phone calls between you, Cove, and Terry to find some time to hit the beach. You were hoping that this would be a fun time together. Go in! Go in! Ambulance! Call an ambulance! Did it have to really just snap him up in front of us like that with his shirt off? Which? I know you can't really see it, but he does have pants on. He's not naked. He's not naked. This is fine. It's okay. It's okay, Twitch. It's okay. Cove sat on your windowsill and kicked one of his legs into the air idly. How you keep sitting on my windowsill? Is that still up your ass? Like, what are you doing? He already had his swimsuit on and his towel was bundled under his arm in a misshapen ball. He'd shown up early that morning with a surprising amount of enthusiasm. He was chatting as you caught up to his preparation. He literally heard, "We're gonna hang out at the beach." He went, "I'm already set. I'm going to go. We're going now, right? Right? We're going now? No, we're going into the... No, now. Now." But seriously, I couldn't find my swimsuit this morning. I looked everywhere. It had disappeared. I had no idea what I was going to do. You're literally wearing them. You could have gotten a new one somewhere. What happened to all your other swimsuits? You don't have to wear a swimsuit to be on a beach. What happened to all your other ones? I know that's not your only one. Bob looked away and shrugged. I might have some laundry to do. Jesus Christ, Cove. Anyways, I don't know why it was in the bathroom when I never put it there. He gave a small smile and readjusted the towel in his arms. You now could see that it had been folded at some point and then rolled up and carried without much care.
I'm so glad.
I'm just glad I found it. It would have been crappy to lose my favourite trunks. It was nice to see Cove so happy and comfortable in what he was wearing. You walked over to your dresser and mused about how to pick out your own swimsuit. Luckily, since you were average height, you only needed to worry about finding the right size. When it came to the shape of your body... medium. Boring old medium. And... noticeable muscles. Little muscle definition. Body was soft. Body delicate. But little muscles. We lost some over the years because we've leaned from sports to art. But it's fine. Your build was toned and firm, with muscles that were there, though slight in size. You'd kept mostly the same shape you'd had throughout your teenage years. You were used to your body, and your body was used to your habits. Fair enough.
Are you okay?
You alright? Oh yeah, I was thinking about some things. What things? Just myself and my body, really. His eyebrow rose at your admission of self-reflection. Oh, Cove, it's okay. The game was making me choose on my body shape. And what do you think? What do you think about who you are? Considered your identity further. No, why? Why? You're sure that you're non-binary. Your identity had different facets to it. You still didn't know what to identify you felt truly comfortable with. I'm non-binary, my guys. Let's go. You had no questions about that part. And... small boobs. Boobs were not exactly small, but not huge. Well endowed. In the past you had breasts, but had them surgically removed. No, let's just go mid. Let's go mid. We're comfort levels. They were medium, you supposed. You liked the size. You wish they were smaller and might get a reduction. You wish they were bigger, might get implants. You used a binder. But we're also considering other options. You left them as they were, but considering options for them. Huh. This is a lot of interesting decisions it's making me pick about myself. We got that one. You're okay with your breasts for now, but not so okay with them that potential changes weren't on your mind. Besides that, you went through hormone therapy. Besides that, you were currently going through hormone therapy. Besides that, hormone therapy was something you were thinking of, and that was all. That was all. I'm okay. I'm okay. People had a lot of their identity wrapped up in their physical form. It shaped their self-image. Confident, comfortable, weren't really content. You hated it. You had genders for it. I'm comfortable. It's okay. Your body was you, and it was good that you felt content in it. You had pretty much always felt good in your body. It was that way through your main growing years, and now that you were an adult, you didn't see that changing anytime soon. Focused on Cove again, he smiled at you and tilted his head, a question still in his eyes. He was waiting for you to come to an answer, but before you could, you had something to say to him. What do you think? You like the way I look, right? Or if I told you I wanted to get surgery? What do you think? I don't like the... Why are we so centered on the looks? Why are we doing that? About how I look, I mean. Cove smirked a little, his eyes taking you in easily. Oh. I would say get a room, but we're kinda in one. Fishing for compliments, Seth? You look great, everyone knows that, including you, by the way. Unless that's changed. Pouted, laughed, blushed. I didn't want a compliment, I was just asking. What did you compliment me? You still should. I'm just blush. You felt your cheeks heat up and looked away. Cove shook his head, his hand went up to try and unsubtly cover his smile. I was kind of worried you were so in your head because something was wrong. Guess not. I'm glad. Thanks, man. Because something could have been very wrong.
Hey.
Hey, Saz. Cove gave a spent smile, pointing to your arms. You're looking particularly toned today. What a compliment. He answered not with words, but a solid okay sign. Fucking hell. Fucking legend. Excellent. Cove suddenly flushed when he realised how boldly he'd complimented you. He stood by it even if he was a little red. Good man. You're a little taken back. That came out of nowhere. You glanced at yourself. You like that? Yeah. Oh, okay. Started to flex and show off jokingly. You flirtatiously stretched. You stood there stunned. You're so sweet and fantastic. You have some very good arms yourself. You have some very good arms yourself. Cove ducked his head and started to rub his left arm. It seemed he was much more prepared to rain praise on you than to receive it himself. He barely could respond. Yeah. Thanks, you too. I already said that. Thanks. Finally, you felt that was enough of that topic for one day. You went back to your original goal before you got sidetracked. You needed to pick what you wanted to wear to the beach. Oh, okay. What the hell is a tankini? Just to wear casual clothes, you wanted to wear your wetsuit. You wanted to wear swim trunks with a top. I want to wear swim trunks. What the hell is a two-piece? A two-piece tankini? Hang on, hold up. I need to Google what the hell that is. Tankini. Oh. That's actually alright. That looks nice. That looks nice. I like that. Okay, never mind. Now, while you dug around in your drawers, you tried to think if there was anything else you were missing. Sunglasses, grabbed a hat, shawl, board shorts, goggles, grabbed a full swimsuit cover up to wear as well. Regular shirt to wear. Yeah, regular shirt. Grab a regular shirt. Excuse me, what did I walk into? We're picking swimsuits. Like a mankind? No, not like mankind. No. No. We're picking our outfits for a day at the beach, Dot. Don't worry about it. With that taken care of, you held your outfit together and looked at Cove. He was tapping his toes on the side of the wall as he waited. You vaguely wondered if he thought that was a comfortable place to sit. You hoped so, given how long he'd perched on it. Man. What are you trying to say, Mother? What are you trying to say? I'm so confused. Oh, are you trying to say mankini? No, it is not like a mankini. God, no. No. Jesus Christ. Regardless, it was time for him to go. You weren't going to put on your beachwear with him just chilling there. Why not? Next step, am I right? I need to change. Cove smiled, content with being kicked out. Oh, wait. Hang on. Alright. Okay, there we go. It double-clicked. Cove lowered himself out the window and strolled past you to get to the door. Oh, okay, I thought... With the wind saying that, I genuinely thought that he climbed out the window into the back garden. I was like, bro... Oh god, he lightly brushed his fingers against your cheek when he passed by. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god.
Bye.
I'll see you out front. Okay. When you were alone, you got undressed and put your swimwear on. You also checked your beach bag for the final time, and it seemed like you hadn't forgotten anything. You left your room and hurried down the stairs, ready to meet Cove. You made sure to lock your front door and walked outside. Cove stood in the road, looking down and scuffing his feet in the asphalt. When you shut your heavy door, he looked up at you and smiled. Hi. Cove looks hot, not gonna lie. Yeah? I mean, with this here, it kind of keeps making me, like, I look and just immediately go, you've got pants on, right? Yeah, you've got pants. The text box does not help. Hi. Miranda and Terry are going to be here in not too long. Terry even texted me earlier saying she was mostly on schedule.
Well...
Why don't we just head to the beach and wait for them there? Both ready. That sounded like a good idea to you. You said as much, and Cove shot off a quick text telling the two of them where you'd be. Cove gave you a thumbs up after the message sent. There was a familiar path to walk, and it wasn't long until you reached the shore. Cove laid out his towel on the warm sand. You set up your stuff beside him and looked out into the ocean. Rolling swells hit the shore rhythmically. You all had looked out. It was a beautiful day. The sky was clear and the waves were good. It was a balmy summer day, but with the pleasant breeze to keep things comfortable. Essentially, it was perfect.
So?
Do you feel like heading into the water? Maybe just walk down the shore? Or do you want to do something here? Oh, okay. The water sounds good. Taking a stroll would be fun. Don't mind my feet being in the water. Plan to just get some sun. Either way is fine. What do you want to do? The water sounds good. Let's go! That's what I'm here for anyway. Cove nodded, accepting of the plan. He kicked some sand off his towel absentmindedly. Yeah, sounds nice. You took a deep breath and tasted the relaxing salty air. Cove caught your eye and gave you a small smile. You chatted a little before a comfortable quiet settled over you, the two of you, content to watch the waves as you waited for the others. Luckily, it didn't take long till you heard shouts. You turned your head to see both Miranda and Terry running straight for you. Miranda was faster, making leaps and bounds across the sand. Jesus, Miranda sounds like a fucking tank. She is a beast. Damn. Terry followed in her wake, laughing with her towel clutched around her shoulders like and flowing like a cape. Nice. That would be me. Miranda started making her jumps more theatric and more precarious as she got closer. Cove waved them on with a bright grin. You shouted to greet and you cheered their antics. You waved too, you laughed, you shook your head. You hoped they wouldn't fall. Let's cheer their antics. Woo! Oh, Miranda, you're even more adorable. Oh shit. Miranda is so cute. So cute. The two officially arrived at Cove's and you're set up, looking completely ready for the ocean adventure. They were already in their swimwear and were raring to go. Hey Terry, Miranda, welcome to our beach. Yes, this is our beach now, Cove.
Hey!
Hi! Hello, hello!
Oh yeah!
Oh, wait, hold up. She beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile.
Oh yeah!
Man, I am so pumped! Yeah, I'm really glad this worked out. What have you guys been up to over here in your town? Cove says. Have we missed things? Cove blinked and then shrugged when nothing he wanted to mention came to mind. You shrugged like Cove. You gave a vague answer. You gave a recap of how your family doing. What have you been up to? I'm just gonna shrug. Terry tilted her head. She then turned to Miranda with a grin. Then, what about you? Anything you can say, Randy? Miranda looked back and forth between you and Cove, and then with a small evil smirk, she too shrugged. Hell yeah. Let's go, Miranda. Oh, come on, somebody's gotta answer. Miranda burst out giggling, Cove snorted. Terry then started talking about her morning and how she'd almost overslept since she had stayed up way too late last night. She bounced on her feet as she spoke. But don't worry about me being tired today. You know I ran on less back during school. Miranda filled in the group about her morning. Apparently everything had gone smoothly. She'd met up with Terry on the way here and you know the rest. Cove offered a suggestion to the girls. Hey, why don't we take this out to the water?
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. You felt pleased that Cove remembers what you wanted to do. Sometimes he could be thoughtful like that. Aww, thoughtful. We like thoughtful people in this chat. Terry threw her stuff down on the sand and started running for the waves. Miranda was more careful setting down her things and waited for you and Cove. Cove tilted his shoulder to gesture up to the ocean.
Alright.
I've been looking forward to this. The three of you made your way down to the shoreline together. Miranda cartwheeled and Terry clapped. Hell yeah, Miranda, let's go! Holy shit! Let's go, Miranda! Soon all four of you were in the water. Cove swam out the furthest, while Terry instigated a splash fight. There was rarely a quiet moment where someone wasn't laughing. Hours passed and the group had moved between different activities, some low-key and some more exhaustive. For you, it was another break time. You sat on your towel and sipped some water. Your friends were hard at work burying Terry's full body under a pile. She not getting back out. Miranda used her arms to force up sand around Terry's sides. Cove worked on covering Terry's feet. You took another drink and closed your eyes. Eventually, a shadow passed over you, dampening the light that was still notable even behind your eyelids. You checked to see if Cove had joined you there. He knelt down to dig ground around the pile of sorted beach stuff in the middle of everyone's towel soap, and pulled out the sunscreen. He took a seat next to you on his towel, he opened the bottle with a soft pop and began to reapply the cream. Is this going where I think it's fucking going? Is one of us about to rub sunscreen onto the other? Is that where this is going? Excuse me? Fucking squeeze me? Hey! Hey. He ran his hands across his chest to work on the sunscreen in, and you might have checked him out a little from the corner of your eye, so I'll still sipping some water. And he's just like, you realise you're pouring that all over yourself, right? You're just, oh, fuck. You noticed him, and Cove tilted his head your way as a smile formed. Would you want to help me reach my bat? Oh, yep, hold it. Okay. Thanks. Oh. You scooted up behind your boyfriend and reached a hand around his front so he could squeeze a small pile of sunscreen into your hand. You rubbed your palms together, spreading the cream out more evenly, then began applying it softly to his shoulder blades. Oh. From there you moved to the tops of his shoulders, the nape of his neck and down his spine. Cove was mumbling the entire time, but you couldn't make out what he said. You might not have even realised he was doing it himself. That's adorable. The tone of his voice and the look on his face got the message across just fine, however. He was happy. You were too. After he and you finished up, Cove let out a comfortable sigh and looked off into the distance. But then he sighed again, this time in an exaggeratedly disappointed way. You wondered if he was going to sigh again, even more dramatically if you didn't say anything. What's wrong, you honestly wondered? You wondered what it was. You raised an eyebrow. You chuckled. Oh, Cove, whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be okay. You just... What's wrong, bro? He inspected his face to see if there was anything actually distressed about him, but he still looked like he was exaggerating. You asked anyway, since it was obvious that it was what he wanted. Cove shook his head, comically despondent. His frown didn't match the sparkle in his eyes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just becoming another jaded adult, that's all. Jesus Christ, Cove. Now you're really confused. You waited for him to continue, and his next sigh did not disappoint. It was the most ridiculously sad sigh you had ever heard. Then he smiled a little. Mermaids aren't real. What is that what you're thinking about? What? That had not been what you were expecting, he continued. You know how much I liked mermaids as a kid? Well, merfolk as a whole. I really hoped that they were out there.
I mean,
the ocean's a big place, right? They could be somewhere. But the older I got, the more I had to accept it. They were just a fairy tale. He jerked his head over the waterline and the rolling waves. Can we just... We're sat on a beach towel, right? Can we not just curl it round ourselves like a tail and just be like, look what I did? They crashed against the shore and then drew back. This is a perfect beach for them. It's pretty and vast and never too crowded. If merfolk did exist, we definitely would have met one by now. At least, we would have heard of someone else seeing one, but nothing. He acted as though that result was a true bafflement. He let his head hang. I gotta let the dream go. Burst into laughter. That's hardly proof. It's not like this is the only beach in the world. Then to be shocked and disappointed, you shook your head. Wow, good for you. That's hardly proof. That's hardly proof, Cove. They could still exist, as you said. The ocean is a big place. Cove chuckled a little to himself. Eyes tilted off into the sea, his face still low. Maybe it's for the best. Let's say a merperson did happen to wash up on shore one day. He looked at you with a doleful expression. I could have lost my partner to my magical underwater world. Yeah, I totally could live on the sea with a merfolk. Even if I had the chance, I'd stay on the shore with you. Oh, romantic. I'd go with the merperson, but only if you could come with us too. It's one of these two. It's one of these two. But I don't know which one. I'd probably go with the merperson. Yeah, let's do that one. Cove grinned. He hadn't expected that answer. You're a nice person, Saz. But what if they didn't want me? Would you seriously stay on land? Gave him a look. You meant what you had said. It'd only work if the offer was for both of you. Are you sure that's the right call? If a beautiful, kind merperson falls for somebody, I'm pretty positive that the sensible response isn't to turn around and say, no thanks, I'm gonna stay on land with a normal guy. What's normal about you, bro? Are you warning me that you'd leave if you got that kind of offer? Oof. Yikes. Why are you so sure I'd have to make that call? Since this is all hypothetical, why not have you be the merperson? I don't want that. I should get into a mer creature and then I'd invite you into the I should get to be a mer creature. Yeah, I'm doing that one. What? That wasn't a suggestion he'd ever expected. It caught him completely off guard and left him fully stunned. Yes! We paralyzed him. Let's go! Super effective.
That's...
You, as a merperson, that's... I mean, oh, he's thinking something else. Oh, he's thinking something else. Yeah, it's a good idea. Oh. I think we awoke a new fantasy within Cove. I do believe we have awoken a new fetish. Well, I guess we gotta go on Amazon. I'm glad you think so. Would you come with me? You fucking better. We're talking about fetishes. No. Cove was like, I'm sad there's no mer people. And then I said there could be. And he said, and he was basically asking, would you leave me if you got the chance to be with a mer person? And I said, no. I would become the mer-person and invite you into the ocean. And he's like, oh fuck, you as a mermaid. And there you go, we've awoken a fetish within Cove. The quick summarized version. In a desperate attempt to do something, he picked up the sunscreen bottle he had dropped. Cove started playing with the cap, taking it on and off again. Oh, wait. Of course I would. Thanks, Cove. I'd be a happy motherfucker. He giggled and continued to look deliriously happy. You couldn't help but feel pleased at how much your words impacted it. Just don't look down. Don't look at it. Don't look at his swimwear. Just don't look. Don't look at his swim trunk. And then you heard Miranda screech. Your attention immediately switched over to your friends. You saw that Terry had gotten impatient and shifted her legs. The walls Miranda had been miraculously building collapsing into a wet heap of sand. She surveyed the damage critically. Look, what? Look what? Look where? Where am I looking? What am I doing? We're gonna have to start over on that part. You want to just give up on this now?
No way.
No way, the burial must continue. I'll try not to move anymore. Look down. No, I'm not looking down. No. We need to give him his privacy, guys. We need to not embarrass him anymore. Okay, if you're sure, I'll try to fix this. Miranda started to rebury her, and Terry shot her a thumbs up. She realised too late that moving her arm was a bad idea. More of the sand on her crumbled, and Miranda put her head in her hands. Cove caught your eye and started to drag himself up. Seems like we're needed. You agreed and followed him over to the girls. Miranda nodded at you both with appreciation, and the three of you did your best to finish the job. You all worked out a system of using just enough wet sand to help hold the rest together. With 3 people, it didn't take long for Terry to be entombed. She's fucking dead. I bet his swimwear is super cute. Are you trying to make me look down? Is that what's happening? Because I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm not. I will give him his privacy. It's like, I'm not doing it. Terry grinned massively and Miranda offered high fives. The pile was officially done. Oh yeah! Resembling the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah! She kicked herself out of the ground with gusto. Sand went flying in all directions and Terry's shaped imprint was left behind. Miranda yelled again and Cove chuckled. That probably wasn't a better way to get out of it. The 4 of you continued to have a good time. You went on a shell hunt. Miranda managed to find the biggest while you found the most colourful. Cove caught a tiny crab. Did he keep it? You did a bit of everything. There were impromptu games, just soaking up each other's company. However, after a while, you all had run out of water. Drinkable water, anyway. It was decided that you'd head up to yours or Cove's house. Things were gathered, and you started to fearfully walk up the road. What next? I don't have anywhere to go, so it could be whatever. Same, I guess we can keep hanging out. Terry snorted and readjusted her grip on her things. I thought I was about to say thighs. I thought it said thighs. I thought she was just about to like slap her thighs and be like, yes, but I am covered in sand and seawater and I wish to shower. Don't sound too sure there, Cove. By this point you could see your house. It hadn't taken you long to make the trip. The conversation continued with everyone throwing out suggestions. Are people hungry? They looked from face to face in inspection. Cove and Miranda shrugged in concert. No one was overly opposed to it. However, you weren't really starving. It wasn't quite mealtime. We could get dessert. Miranda put her finger to her lip in thought. With a smile, her voice became more confident. Yeah, that would be fun. Terry considered it and then shot Miranda a thumbs up.
Sure.
Sounds great to me. I can definitely go for that. I'm fine with that, if everyone else wants to. But there's nothing sweet in my house. The friends glanced at Cove and his place. He shook his head immediately. That doesn't have anything good either. I mean, unless you want dessert-flavoured protein shakes. Hell yeah. A frilly swimsuit, enjoy it. Frilly swimsuits are the best. I mean, look at this queen. She is adorable and it suits her and it's perfect and it's... I love her. I love her. She's adorable, I love her. You, no! She cut in and held her hands up as if trying to ward off something evil. Cove smirked.
Not bad.
It's not that bad.
Nope. Well.
Well, there has to be some kind of sweet shop around here. Let's look it up. Terry nodded and started to dig around in her bag. I like the way you think. Terry continued to rummage in her bag and grew increasingly frustrated. Puffed out her cheeks and knelt down, setting the bag on the ground. With both hands free, she was finally able to fish out her phone. She raised it up in triumph after a brief moment of celebration.
I'm on it.
I'll search for something good. Terry got back to her feet, hefting the bag over one arm, tapping away at her screen in the other. But no shirts, no shoes, no service. What? What? Cove glanced down at his bare chest and feet, having not even registered it prior. He chuckled a little. I'll grab something. Cove moved over to his house. You looked towards yours. I pictured a pack of extra shirt. I think you mixed a text, did I? Did I? I might have, but I don't... You mean like an actual text message, or like... I don't really contribute much. But it's fine. I'll just wait with the girls, because I know I packed spare clothes. Oh good. You watched Cove disappear into his house. Terry was deep in the mist, scrolling through food options. You shuffled over to where you could see, and Miranda did the same. There's ice cream. People love ice cream, especially around here. I don't really feel like ice cream. Cool, because I don't either. He flicked a finger up, and another ice cream place showed up. Melty Moo Moo's frozen treats with an unfortunate cartoon mascot. An unfortunate mascot? Well, that's terrifying. I like ice cream, it's just not for today. There has to be something else. You thought on it and Terry kept scrolling. You heard a door open and Cove reappeared. Nice orca shirt, bro. You were about to be surprised at how quick he was, but then noticed he'd just thrown on a shirt over his swim trunks and slipped bare sandals on. Of course. Hey. Everyone else exchanged their respective greetings and then looked back at Terry's phone. Terry scrolled further and then made an interested exclamation. Oh, what about this place? They sell crepes. That's something you don't see every day. Look how fancy they are. He shoved her phone in your face. It seemed like a cute shop. It didn't show any pictures of the actual building, but the food seemed good. It was one of the places that put a lot of effort into presentation, with branded wrapping for the crepes and well-applied toppings.
Huh.
Weird, I've never heard of it. I haven't either. Mysterious, but crepes are so good. She nodded her approval as Terry admired more of the photos. And we get to rest here. Hope the game goes well, don't stay up too long. I'm not going to... We might just finish this one and then call it a day. Just so I'm not up to it. But yeah, get some rest. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the raid. Good night. Good night. I'd go. It's not too far, but we could drive. Terry cheered at the success of a plan made, and you all walked around to Cove's car. He had to run inside once more to grab his keys. I'm gonna write "wash me" on the dirt of his car. You noticed a thin coat of sand and dust on Cove's car. It had probably been a while since he'd washed it. With a smirk, you carefully wrote "wash me" with your finger.
Very nifty.
Good work. I wonder if he's even gonna notice. The car beeped and unlocked. Cove ran up to you with his car keys in hand. His hair slipped into his face and he brushed it back. Shotgun! He clambered into the passenger seat without hesitation. You didn't argue and climbed into the back of Miranda. Terry activated the directions on her phone map and acted as their navigator, directing Cove to the crepes. The GPS tried to get Cove to turn into a non-existent road once and wanted him to do a U-turn instead of just using a left turn, but with Terry looking at the actual path, it went smooth enough. You were led to a small stall in a parking lot rather than a full building. That explained why there hadn't been any pictures of the referee's interior. Is that how you say that? I don't know. And why it was new to you despite living in this town your entire life. It was a completely new structure that popped up recently. There was a window you could walk up to and one for cars to drive up to. Both parked with a laugh.
Come on.
I don't think I needed to put a shirt on for this, but I still want to try it. Let's go.
What?
Do you not trust us to eat in your car? He gestured to the drive-thru option. Cove shook his head with a snort. I trust some people here, maybe, but wouldn't it be more fun to actually check it out? Everyone acknowledged his point and piled out. Harry tried to tease Cove a little, but Miranda started talking about the last time she had crepes. Apparently they'd been in a dessert explosion topped with multiple sauces, powdered sugar, and what Miranda was pretty sure had to be cake icing. Oh, Jesus. GPS acted up was definitely Suntory. Oh no, not the Suntorans again. No. That's sweet.
So great.
Literally, it was so good, but I regretted it so much. I couldn't finish it and I really tried. Mood. You can do it this time, Randy. Hell yeah, that looks nice. There were some laughs. When you got to the menu, you realised that there were more than just crepes. There were definitely crepes. Many crepes. However, the stall also had a lot of different drinks as well. Teas, smoothies, milkshakes. Woo! Jackpot! She grinned and held out a fist for a fist bump. Miranda high-fived it. Miranda is a fucking genius queen. I love her so much. The two stared at the awkward, vaguely turkey-shaped hand configuration they made and then slowly put their hands down. Cove's mouth twitched into a smile. You stepped up to order first. You glanced back at the menu. I'm getting both, fuck you. Oh, I'd like to get a crap and a drink, please. There was a woman who looked a little older than you taking the orders. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specifics of your purchase. For the crepe itself, you wanted chocolate. For the filling and toppings you picked... Oh, Jesus. Whipped cream and strawberries. After you picked the size, you were asked what you wanted to drink. You ordered a vanilla milkshake because I'm a sucker for sugar. You could also add a mix in or toppings for the drink. Oh. Oh. Caramel syrup. Sure. Vanilla and caramel, let's go. You paid and stepped aside to let your friends order. Both got a lemon crepe with powdered sugar on top and the mixed berries. You also got a plain strawberry smoothie. Harry went crazy with toppings. Although she ordered a plain crepe, she had it smothered with whipped cream, cream cheese. Oh god, that sounds disgusting. Chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, and bananas. Chick wild. Caramel. Yeah, caramel, let's go. Miranda opted for a frap with caramel syrup and condensed milk. The four of you stood off to the side as you waited for your treats. I heard what you ordered, Saz. I'm glad I'm not the only one to go for a drink and a crepe. I couldn't pick just one, and why not? Exactly, it's gonna be good. I think yours sounds tasty, Saz. Thanks! Order for Saz! Yes! Let's go. Oh, I've got to get that. You grabbed your order and the others didn't take much time after that. With the goods collected, everyone admired their treats. Harry dug right into hers and Miranda gave hers a tentative sip. Harry nodded acceptingly with her mouth completely full. Miranda tilted the frap over to her with a grin. Harry sipped it and clearly loved it. Yo, these two need to get together. Like, can we set them up? Can we play Cupid? Hey Cove, do you want to play Cupid? He raised the crepe over to Miranda. You could tell there was an intent to make it look nice, but with all the assorted toppings piled on, only so much could be done. Miranda took a huge bite with gusto and sighed happily. Terry seemed satisfied and took another slurp of Miranda's drink. They had both only gotten one thing, probably because they knew they'd end up sharing. They're definitely already together secretly, if nothing else. Yeah, I could see it. Especially that last line. Oh, do you want to share ours, Terry and Miranda? Can I join the sharing? You have to share your order with everyone. You said nothing has started consuming. I'll just offer it to everyone. Does everyone want to try? You held your order up a little, bringing it to attention. Your friends looked at you curious. Anyone want some? Yes, dibs. You can't call dibs on someone else's food. Except that I did. Everyone can try it if they want. Thanks, that's so nice. Yeah, I'm nice, but... Miranda took the first round and then, with a smirk, passed on your order to Cove instead of Terry. Hell yeah. Oh, Randy, my dibs!
Sorry.
Sorry, you can't claim Saz's stuff. Hell yeah, Miranda, let's go! Miranda, best waifu. We found the best waifu of this game. Fine, I can wait for it. Chuckling Cove seemed to greatly enjoy his taste, and didn't pass it on to Terry until he'd stopped chewing slowly. Finally, she accepted your order with gusto and took her taste.
Thank you.
It's so good, thanks, Saz. You gave your reply in between sips of Miranda's frap and munches of Cove's crew. We're all just sharing food at this point. And Miranda is definitely top. Yep. Yup. Absolute queen that she is. Let's go. With that, Cove started to eat his treats in earnest. You saw him take a huge gulp of his smoothie and then, without swallowing, he added a bite of his lemon crepe. Oh, he's mixing them. Oh, he's mixing them. That's interesting. Oh. Terry tore off a piece of her crepe and held it out to Cove.
So?
Had to make a trade. Instead of continuing to loiter in the parking lot, the four of you started to walk down the sidewalk. There was a lot of sharing going on with crepe bits and toppings being passed around. You wouldn't have been surprised if Terry ended up drinking more frap than Miranda did. You kept going down the way, eating, drinking, and chatting. You hadn't realised just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. Apparently you were about to just walk right out. We were just so engrossed in conversation we almost left town. We just straight up went, yep, we're just gonna walk. We're just gonna walk out and leave. See ya. Terry took her mouth off of Miranda's straw and stopped sipping the frap. Impossible! Preposterous! Also, how long have you just been walking around drinking Miranda's drink? Good lord. However, you're already at the end. I always forget how tiny this town really is. Cove chuckled a little and swallowed a chunk of Terry's crepe. Just sharing food is just so funny to me.
I guess.
It kinda is, huh? It didn't feel that small when we were growing up. Definitely felt bigger then. It always seemed like there wasn't much here. There are tinier places out there. You guys are lucky to live in decent-sized cities. You quietly nodded along. You shrugged. Definitely felt bigger. There was a time when Sunset Burb had felt huge. It seemed as endless as the ocean. There was always some street you hadn't wandered down, something new for the tourists. But now, you'd realise it was just a pond in this big world. Wow. Thank you for the second crisis of the day. Seeing the definite end only reinforced this. Here was the boundary that proved your hometown could be walked out of with ease. Guess this means we should probably head back. One doesn't just walk into nowhere. I like how you worded that, Terry. We're not only one, Terry, there's four of us. Yeah, true. Terry scrunched up her face, not wanting to acknowledge the bad joke. She decided to ignore it. Miranda is the best! It stings having to go all the way back. Yeah, but it's not like there's anything out that direction. And if we did keep going forward, it'd be even longer trip home. You stared off into the stretch of road as Cove agreed that he didn't want to go out any further. Can we take a break here first before we turn around? We've been walking for a while and someone finished my drink. Right on cue, Terry loudly sucked air from the straw. It was so good! Rip, do I still have some? Do you want some of mine, Miranda? Miranda looked at her, but Terry remained unrepentant. In the end, though, it was agreed to hang around the sign before heading back to the car. It didn't take long to finish the rest of the food and drinks. Everyone gathered up their trash and stuffed it into the bags and pockets for now. The group relaxed on the grass, keeping account of all the cars that drove past. It was not a high number. 14. The newest passing car drove into town from somewhere outside. But as the vehicle came by, it slowed down and you watched as it ultimately rolled to a complete stop. Uh-oh. The black car parked right by the now leaving sign. Everyone exchanged a baffled look. But then the tinted window rolled down and the driver peered out. As soon as you saw his hair, you recognised him. No one else you knew presented themselves so distinctly. Uh-oh. Is he about to... I have a feeling I know who this is, and if it is he about to compliment us all for being half naked? Just a question. Yeah, thought so. Hey neighbours! Hello, Baxter. Yeah, not Jeremy. I think Jeremy's gone for good considering how this chapter started. Then again, we thought Sheila was gone for good, and Sheila came back, so I don't know. Cove also jolted with recognition. He pasted on a cordial smile and waved politely. Afterwards, he put his mouth back over the straw of his long empty drink, as if trying to act cool. Waved at him. Hi! You just wondered what he was doing here. You wished you hadn't stopped to chat. You smiled and were excited to see him. I'm just gonna wave. Hello! He leaned forward and tried to get a better look. His hands were loose on the steering wheel, and he seemed rather relaxed to have just pulled over on the side of the road. You waved and he nodded in acknowledgement. And you thought about the odd picture this made. Fancy black car pulled over to talk to a group of teens, mostly still in beach. That is an odd picture, I will admit. Miranda was incredibly confused and shrank back to watch. Terry tilted her head in an unspoken question. Cove made a quick gesture pointing towards Baxter, and a light bulb went off for Terry.
Alright.
Ah, that's the new person in the condo. The B-man, right? B-man? B-man. Yeah, Baxter. Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually see him. Her voice was quiet. Miranda usually got shy around new people. Mood. Terry was quite the opposite. Incredible, this is perfect. Terry hopped up from the grass and ran to Baxter's car, all full of excitement. Behind her, Miranda picked herself up and dusted imaginary dirt off her clothes, as if to rein in her girlfriend, like, oh, I guess I'll go grab her. She sent a searching look to you and Cove, to which Cove shrugged. Miranda nodded and, with clenched fists, hesitantly followed Terry. Terry bent down to talk to Baxter. Fuck me, I cannot speak anymore. Ah. Oh. Ah. Talk to Baxter through his window. He blasted through introductions, with Miranda putting in a shy wave. Cove looked at you. He still clearly had no intention of going over. I wasn't gonna stay with Cove. I'm not gonna get up. I'm too busy chilling in the grass. I don't give a fuck. When Cove realised you were planning to stay with him, he smiled a little. Cove shuffled closer and dropped his voice. Honestly, I still find it kinda hard to talk to the guy. I get it. I feel exactly the same. You know he can still see you, right? He knows you're here. You kept quiet and got comfortable. Yeah, I'm just gonna get comfortable. Cove took your silence with a nod and started to fidget with the grass. You watched him make a mess of twisted, knotted grass. Why does he seem disappointed that I just accepted it and just was like, hell yeah, dude. I'm just chilling. I didn't want to get up. We've been walking for a while. You also poked at the grass. You just watched the girls talk to back the... I'll poke at the grass. Why not? You picked some blades and rolled them with your fingers. There were a few different types of grass, some with broad, flat leaves, and others with stiff stalks and scratchy patches of thin leaves. You mostly chose the bladed grass, as it was longer and pliable. You knotted your twisted grass and then carefully tied another piece of grass to it. You didn't really have a plan, but it was a calming to work with your hands. Both noticed your efforts and smiled in approval. Hell yeah, let's go! Two of you waited for the others to finish up. You couldn't hear what they were saying from there, but you could see from body language that Terry was up to something and Miranda didn't like it. You and your neighbour exchanged a look. After Miranda seemed to calm down slightly, Terry turned around to wave at you. She put her hands to her face to make a megaphone. Come on, get over here! Baxter is giving us a ride! Terry, what the fuck have you done? Cove's mouth popped open in surprise, then his lips curled together in clear displeasure.
Alright.
I should have known, she's always pulling something. He took a slow breath and then shrugged. Guess we have to go over there. It's gonna be really awkward now, since he knows we tried not talking to him. Yeah. You followed him over to the car, apparently about to get a lift. You're just happy to get a ride. You were kind of annoyed that Terry did this. You felt uncomfortable to be getting a ride from Baxter. I'm gonna be annoyed at Terry. Why the fuck? Terry really should have checked with you and Cove first. It was irritating for her to make this decision all on her own. You arrived at the driver's side car window and Baxter smiled welcomingly. Hello. Hey. Cove greeted him mildly, his expression cautious. Hi. Alright, 𝕃𝕚𝕟𝕜, let's hop in. How are we all fitting in? Wait, hold on. There's 4 of us, right? And he's already in the driver's seat. Where's the last person sitting? No, I guess there's space, is there? Isn't there? I don't know. Fuck if I know. Fuck if I know. I don't know. My brain's dead. I keep, because the middle seat is always really thin, so I always forget that it's actually a seat and not just like there to separate these two. You hesitantly opened the back door and slipped inside. The car was clean and smelled of air freshener. You stared at Cove for reassurance as you scooted all the way to the other side. Cove squeezed into the middle after you. I like how I just looked at Cove like, please, help me. Anxiety is here. Miranda took the last seat in the back and you all tried to awkwardly buckle up. Were back seats really made for 3 adults? It honestly didn't seem like it. Yeah, see, it doesn't seem like it because it's just not. Very gladly took the shotgun seat and had all the room she wanted.
Does that sound alright?
Can you not whisper into my soul? Holy shit. I was not ready for that. My god. Woo! Anyway. Welcome to my vehicle. I hope everyone is comfortable, and if someone could point me in the right direction, we can be on our way. Oh, we definitely mixed one there. Harry went back to navigator mode and outlined their journey. It was basically a straight line with one turn at the end into the parking lot. Baxter nodded from up in the driver's seat and pulled back into the road. Luckily, the street was still dead empty. It took no time at all for Baxter to park right next to Cove's car. There wasn't even enough time for a proper conversation to start. The occupants didn't seem to mind. There were smiles all around when Baxter parked next to Cove's car. Woo! Miranda clapped quietly as Terry cheered. Both chuckled nervously. I'm just gonna be relieved. The trip had gone without issue. Baxter hadn't sped excessively or stopped for another set of teenagers in swimsuits. I reckon he probably only stopped because we were there. He'd just driven down the road and now you were here. You sighed a breath of relief and put your hand on the door handle. We've arrived. That was easy. Harry flung open her door and climbed out. Jesus, calm down. Take care with the car, my guys. That's probably very expensive. Why does bro sound like he drives a nondescript white van? I don't know. I kind of like his voice though. I'm not gonna lie. Nice voice. Anyway. Everyone else exited the car as well. The group thanked Baxter with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Baxter himself got out too. Why, are you getting in Cove's car now? Quick driver exchange? Everyone congregated again in front of Baxter's and Cove's cars. Cove looked at the back of his and frowned. He definitely discovered the wash me you'd put on it. What a time to notice. I wonder who did that. You snickered along with Miranda, who realised she'd been caught.
Ooh.
It's a mystery. Right. Terry bounced over to Baxter and offered her hand for a handshake. He accepted it easily with a charming grin. You're a pal. You're too kind. It was no trouble whatsoever. I'll be keeping this car all this summer. If it suits you, you're welcome to take my number and give me a ring whenever you're in need of another ride. And that goes for everyone here. That is way too open. Why are you so open about giving people car rides? That is mighty suspicious. Why are you so open to giving people rides that you've just met? Hello, 911. Well, we need to check Google Maps for the nearest ditch, just in case. I have a car. Harry burst into laughter. Miranda fidgeted. She did not know what to do with that. Baxter really went fast, didn't he? He noticed her discomfort and smiled with a soft tilt to his head. Aww. I'd be happy to help again, but that's the only reason I offered. If you don't need it, you can pass on it. I do not want his number. I'm fine. When her giggle subsided, Terry put her hand to her chin with brows furrowed. I wonder, would that option be available right now? You could valet us somewhere cool.
What?
Yeah, what? We literally came back for Cove's car. What? Harry, what are you playing at? Exactly. I agree with Cove. What? Cove was taken aback. He put a hand to the hood of his car. Weren't we going back to the neighborhood? Wasn't Baxter going back to the neighborhood too? Why would we go somewhere else? Because we can. Miranda squirmed nervously and then committed to piping up.
Maybe?
We could go to the park near my place. It's a really nice place to hang out. You and Cove shared a look. The big park was pretty nice. Let's do it. Baxter tapped the side of his face and thought.
It's doable.
Oh my god. Not you not you too, Miranda. I think, to be fair, I think Miranda is just, she's trying to mitigate all of the like attention from these two. And it's not working. She's just trying to make sure no one gets in a fight or gets upset, and it's just not great because she's a nervous queen. But also, holy shit, his voice. That sounds doable. He glanced at Cove and then switched focus to you. Well, we have 2 cars. If some people want to go to the park, I could still take the others home. But if everyone's going, it wouldn't make sense for me to not to. I want to go home. I'm tired. You would rather go back for now. You let the group go. Let the group know. Both girls frowned. Neither wanted to leave you or Cove behind. Terry especially looked troubled and started bouncing in place.
No.
Today's all about us hanging out. We can't just bail. Miranda nodded and bit her lip. We don't have to go to the park. Going back to the neighborhood has plenty of appeal. It could prove to be the better idea. Cove winced and shook his head.
Don't worry about it.
No, really, it's fine. We've done plenty of hanging out today. If you want to go to the park, you should. Right, you can have fun with Baxter. It's okay. Okay. I'm gonna play the I'm actually super tired card. We've literally just walked from a car park to the edge of town. I want sleep. I'm an introvert. I'm an introverted artist. I need to go home. She didn't sound too thrilled, and Miranda patted her on the shoulder.
Okay.
Guess we'll see you later then? Probably. Cove smiled and she rolled her eyes at his wishy-washy answer. He knew you'd be seeing them again. Everyone finished saying their goodbyes and the 3 climbed into Baxter's car. I'm just gonna say bye! Bye guys! Bye! And that's the last we ever saw of Terry and Miranda. If that is genuinely the last we ever see of Terry and Miranda, I will form a fucking search party for the pair of them. And I will fucking come for Baxter's throat, I swear to God. How dare you attack Miranda? Terry is there too. Terry started to shout back and startled Baxter slightly. Miranda laughed and waved back. Terry rolled down the window. See ya! Bye Terry, bye Miranda. Then Baxter rolled down his own window.
See you.
Have a safe journey back. I'll see you around the neighborhood. Baxter started to pull out of the parking lot and Cove waved them off, stepping forward as they pulled away. Then it was just you and Cove left in the parking lot. He rubbed his hands together for a moment and unlocked his car. You got into the shotgun seat this time, and Cove took his place at the wheel. He put his key in the ignition and turned to you. I had a feeling you wouldn't want to go. I was ready to go back, thank you for giving me an out. You didn't respond to that. Actually, I wanted to go so that you had a reason to leave. Thank you for giving me an out. Cove smiled, satisfied, and finally turned his key to start the car. And then it didn't work. The car ride back passed quickly. They were all familiar roads you'd seen before. Soon you'd return to the comfort of your own neighborhood. Cove pulled in and parked. He shut off his car, then you both got out and stand in the middle of the road.
I guess.
I don't have to say stand in the middle of the road, but I find it funnier that way. I guess that's it. Thanks for the ride, Cove. I'll see you later. It was fun. Pleasant farewells given, you walk to your front door. You completely changed out of your swimsuit and into more comfortable clothes. That was definitely a benefit of coming back. Yeah, because we didn't change, did we? Time ticked by as the sun started to set. Orange gold light streamed in through the windows. You could tell the weather was still really nice out there. Your attention was taken by your phone. You saw it right away as your phone was in your hand. Miranda's personalised text tone sounded. Personalised text tone, let's know. You had different text tones for almost everyone important in your life. You thought Miranda's was especially fitting. It played and you snatched it up to check your phone. Hi Saz, we're gonna see fireworks. Fucking okay. Do you want to come? Oh. And Terry texted Cove. He said he'll be there. How did their trip start hanging out in the park and end up finding some previously unknown fireworks spectacle? It's definitely news to you. Yeah, this is Baxter. This is Baxter written all over it. Fireworks? I'd love to. Yes, okay, I'm tired. No, sorry. I would love to, but a full day of doing stuff, I'd be too tired too, so I'm gonna click tired. I'm legitimately going to click tired. Oh, but fireworks. Oh. Chat. I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert at heart. Do I go to the fireworks or no? There's potential very good moments at fireworks with Cove. But... Who invited you? Miranda. Miranda invited. But I know for a fine fact it's going to be Baxter's idea. Yes. Yes to what? Saying I'm tired or going to fireworks? Is Cove going? It says he's going, but I have a feeling if I say no, he's then not going to go. That or it's just something will happen and I get to deal with it later. I think I should go. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna save it. And I might just check myself later. Firework, yeah, I know firework kisses. Fireworks sounded awesome. You sent your response with a tap of your finger. That was something you couldn't miss. Miranda sent back a cheery smiley face not even 5 seconds later. Then you got a yay and she sent another message that told you that Cove would be out at his car soon. You quickly got yourself ready and headed out into the world once more. On the way, you sent a message to Cove that you were coming. He texted that he was already outside. Well, no duh. If he's out with his car, he's clearly already outside. Just as promised, Cove was waiting by his car. He hadn't bothered to change at all. He was quite comfortable going around in swim shorts. Yeah, that sounds about right. He slipped his phone into his pocket and waved you over. Without needing to say a thing, you got into the shotgun seat. You noticed that the exterior of his car was no longer coated with dust. His car because they wrote on it. Must have watched it in the past few hours. Direct attention. Cove looked over at you from the driver's side and smirked as he started up the car. Here we go again. Yep. He pulled out into the road and raced towards the city as the sun continued to sink below the horizon. When city lights sparkled around you, Cove started looking for a parking spot. It had been a smooth drive, but unfortunately finding parking was the task. Jesus. You tried to text Miranda to see where they had parked, but she admitted that there hadn't been any openings around there. They had gotten lucky with one single spot. Cove had to drive around a few blocks, but finally you spotted something. He pulled in and parked, feeling just as triumphant as he'd won an actual prize. Hell yeah, let's go! Terry sent you a text saying to hurry up and get to the waterfront. Miranda attached a helpful picture of where they were. Hey, thanks Miranda. You pointed the way to Cove and the two of you jogged around the bend and then down the brick-lined walkway. Eventually, you saw 3 silhouettes in the distance. They started to wave and yell. One of them jumped in place with her arms going back and forth. It had to be your friend. You rushed over to them. Miranda and Terry ran up to meet you halfway with faces full of smiles.
Hey!
We missed you! Buddies! I knew the day wasn't over for us. Hey. Hi. Baxter had stepped up at some point too. He ran a hand through his hair, trying not to interrupt the reunion. Hello. Hey. Cove gave him a nod. With the band back together, the group walked back to the area where Baxter, Miranda and Terry had originally set up. It was a quiet open area at the waterfront. Cove let out a relief sigh after things calmed down. So, did we miss anything? Nah, you're good. Nothing's happened yet. We think it's going to start really soon though. What are these fireworks even for? Well, he smiled at a big grin at Miranda. Randy talked about watching fireworks at the park, and that reminded me about how there's this big company having an event tonight. I heard they were going to have fireworks. There's no way we were ever getting into that party, but she put her finger up and her smile turned devious.
Cool.
I'm positive we'll be able to see the fireworks from here. They can't hide explosions in the sky from the public. That's ridiculous. He suddenly wondered how Terry had convinced Cove to come without prior explanation. He was utterly stunned that this was the source of the fireworks. To be fair, you hadn't asked Miranda for the details either. Cove scratched his head in defeat. I guess we're already here, it's kind of too late now. You bet your wet blanket it's too late. We have wet blankets? Come. Baxter's played by... Yeah, I remember. So as soon as he came on screen, I was like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, it's him. And I've been gushing about his voice. Why don't I feel weird about that? I feel weird. But I can't help it. It's a very nice voice. She shook her head with exasperation, but let him off with minimal teasing. Felt excited. You thought this was kind of a silly situation. You were nervous about how close fireworks would be. You felt pretty laid back. I'm excited. You know what? I'm excited. I like fireworks. Spontaneity of the whole thing combined with the amazement of fireworks was a recipe for you to be bursting with anticipation. It couldn't start soon enough. Terry led Miranda to sit down on the oval slabs along the path. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry, meanwhile, crouched more than sat. Baxter flashed an unreadable smile at Cove and you, and then took a spot next to the girls. Cove seemed surprised and looked over his shoulder to watch him begin to chat with Terry. I guess he's trying not to upset us? Yeah, because he's a nice guy. I knew he was a nice guy. I was just playing the I'm tired card. I can't deal with this guy because I'm tired. I can't deal with humans right now. Whether he left to make Cove and you more comfortable, wanted to escape potential awkwardness, or if he really had just hit it off with the girls earlier was anyone's guess. That's nice. Something seemed to strike Cove as he tried unsuccessfully to hide a smile. Most of us are in swimsuits. Wearing beachwear in the middle of the city in the dark while waiting for a fireworks show was clearly the joke of the day for him. Cove snorted once and then looked back up at the sky. Oh, let's go! A flash lit up in the sky with brilliant green. Your eyes flew off the building in the distance and silently watched with bated breath. You heard a second boom, and a red firework lit up the sky. Wow, the show's starting! It's so pretty! Damn right it is, Queen! They came running over to get closer, positively beaming. Terry pressed herself to the waterfront fence, getting as close as physically possible without going swimming again. Baxter followed a few steps behind, his mouth hung open at the sight a moment until he caught himself and once again shifted into pleasantly composed. More fireworks went off, shooting out hundreds of tiny sparkling lights. The colours stood out starkly against the dark of the night. The biggest ones washed your surrounding with their hue, turning your world blue, then red, then golden.
Welcome.
Did I deliver or did I deliver? Miranda's eyes glittered and she lightly bumped with Terry with her hip. And they're lesbians, Your Honor. Lesbian. Good job. Terry stumbled at the friendly nudge but was pleased with the compliment. She grinned back. Miranda lightly swung her hips the opposite way to give you a bump as well. It was friendly and soft.
Woo!
We did it! He smiled at her and nodded. Hell yeah, friendship, let's go! You were pleased that you hadn't missed any of the show after all. You were glad that everyone seemed to be having a good time. You were uncomfortable with how near it was. I'm glad I didn't miss any of it. Despite how unorthodox the impromptu firework plan had been, you were ecstatic it worked out. Luckily, you arrived in time when it was shaping up to be a particularly colourful fireworks show. The rest of the group huddled around the railing to take in the show as closely as possible. Miranda stood close by, Terry's hands gripped up. Cove laid his arms across it while leaning forward, and Baxter rested his elbows on the rail, putting his back forward, back towards the fireworks. He seemed to have more fun watching the others than the actual show. Ooh! He pointed out a golden firework and beamed. Ah, that's so cool! Terry held up a hand for a high five, and Miranda obliged her. Terry whooped and shot you a smile. What colour do you think the next one will be? Without giving Baxter a glance, Cove answered him immediately. Green. It was orange. Yeah. Sorry, Cove, but seriously, get fucked. That was amazing. No hesitation. Green. It's like the meme of who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. It's a fairy. Fall. That was Cove. That was Cove right there. Baxter chuckled, but wasn't interested in calling Cove out for being wrong. Is that your favourite colour? Green? It's one of them. I think that's nice. It matches you. And yours is yours black? That's one of them. Alright, smart. Cove smirked just a little and left the conversation there. Of course I stood next to Cove. Jesus. Cove looked away from the fireworks and grinned at you. He was glad to be spending time with you until it said a spectacular multicoloured firework. Ooh. I think that's been my favourite so far. He shot you another look and nodded, wanting you to move up closer in front of him. You could see the night lights reflected in the water. You took a moment to watch him and the fireworks reflected in his eyes. Cove grinned like a kid. God, that's adorable! Ah! You leaned your head against him, you held his hand, you wrapped your arms around him, you cuddled against his chest, you stood by him. Fuck it, we'll cuddle. You pressed yourself against his chest and snuggled into him. He readjusted his position, then wrapped his arms around you, holding you close. Ah! So cute! He rested his chin on top of your head comfortably. You let yourself relax against him and continued to watch the fireworks above. Cove's gaze drifted from the show of dazzling lights straight at you, and he sighed dreamily. You didn't know when you'd last seen him so blissful. He's so adorable! The spectacle continued to up the ante by bringing more fireworks out at a time. The colours danced across the sky and reflected over the water. You reached out a hand and watched as it was tinted green while a big boom sounded. Fireworks were normal summer tradition. This was admittedly an unconventional approach. Thrown up in the sea last minute to watch a display from a technically private event, that made this feel special in a way that just planning to go to a public fireworks show never would. Terry's idea may not have left you with a lot of time to prepare, but it sure led to a unique situation. It was clear that this was an unforgettable night. As the finale sounded, blazing the sky with unbelievable beauty, you remembered thinking that there might be a night exactly like this. Oh, there might never be a night like this again. Not for the rest of your life. Jesus Christ, okay, can you stop? This was a beautiful moment and you're ruining it with a midlife crisis and we're not even in the mid of our lives yet. Jesus Christ. You planned to hold on to the feelings you had in that moment for as long as you could. Oh. Well, isn't that just perfect timing? We're going to save that right there. And we will do the other 4 in the next stream, guys. Do the other 4 next stream. So, I'm going to slap the music back on. Once my brain functions, there we go. So, to YouTube specifically right now, YouTube, thanks for coming on in. I know it's shorter than the last one, but my god, did it need to be. And yeah, I will see you next time. More like bye, Tube. Nice. That was really fun and really cute and adorable, and I loved it. See you later, YouTube. Bye, 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 bye.